about jerking off so much that his penis was raw all the time. Like it was
raw.
like a fucking flex or something.
Yeah, penis raw.
Flex that shit.
No, this is the microphone that fucks.
Yeah, it does that for a second. Let me. Which one is it?
My mic is like sensitive. It's like.
Oh my god!
Back before my mic, I'd have to talk like how I am.
Mamma mia! Mamma mia!
Okay.
Make me an apple pie.
Turn it on.
Number
15.
Number.
Burger King foot lettuce.
This cord is a little junk.
You seen the one where it's that fucking
Number 7. Cock.
Really?
yeah, it was like number 12. Student goes to school naked or something like that. It's just like
No,
a guy's
I've never
fucking weird voice.
Some weird cruddy old British person.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh.
The cock one was like a meme where it's like he actually says cockroach or something.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's talking about like a cockroach, but they cut it off to where he just goes number 7. Cock.
Tanner, can you get your cord like underneath? Well, no, it's gonna give bad feedback.
Dude.
You're giving me really bad feedback.
If you just hand it to me, can I do it for you?
Dude.
I'll just
Holy shit! Sound check. 1, 2, 17.
Well, welcome to the What the Fuck Happened
gonna-
podcast. It's I don't care. Your mic's not working, so welcome to the What the Fuck Happened podcast. We have 2 guests today. Kai, would you like to introduce our guests before you take another shot of tequila?
It is the lovely Tanner and Lance.
Hello.
The Lance.
The lovely Lance. Lovely Lance.
Tanner, you do that again, I'm gonna hit you, dude. I'm not fucking kidding.
Lovely Lance.
Okay. So
What are we talking about today?
we're just like we said in one of our rants, we were just going to talk about whatever because
I'm fucking
all
serious,
4 of
dude.
us can talk without any really
I'm
real.
gonna light you.
Okay, so what you're saying is it's going to be a miracle if this gets released.
No, I'm just saying it's going to be fun. So let's just talk
I'm
about
gonna
our.
light you on fire.
Let's just talk about our days.
Basted.
I don't want to talk.
Okay,
about my
no. How have you been?
Tanner.
How have you been lately, Tanner? How's everything been with
Yeah.
you with like work and whatnot?
It's been fine.
11 work. 11.
That was the most
Barbecue?
broken is fun I've ever heard in my life.
Okay, Lance. Lance, what's going on with
How's
you?
Flurries.
It's fine, man.
How many McFlurries do you make a day?
Flurries. I don't do that service shit over at McDonald's. Fuck that.
Cringe, bro.
Are you the guy that like makes the hamburgers and then punches the shit out of them?
I wish. Sometimes I want to.
Chicken.
No, sometimes I want to. It's like I'm mainly in the kitchen doing stuff like grill and fry wall, where you like fry the meat and the fries, obviously, and the assembly, which is where you like actually make put the sandwich together on like the orders and shit. But it's like recently, it's just getting to a point where it's just like the orders just don't stop, and the orders themselves are so fucking obnoxious that it's like it is so fucking frustrating, and it pisses me the fuck off. Like I said this to a coworker before, where I felt like that video of the fucking that buff black guy trying to like wash his head, but then there's a guy above him like squirting fucking shampoo over his head, and he like the black guy doesn't see him, so he just keeps like trying to wash all the shampoo off, but it keeps like he keeps squirting more.
That is one of my. He's like a buff ass guy
he's
too.
huge.
He's fucking
like
huge. Like if he got caught, that guy would get his ass beat.
If he fucking saw him, like that guy probably would have died, and it would have been on the news or
Because
something.
he's black and violent.
Yeah,
It's because
I
his
know what you're
people
thinking.
are aggressive.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to their hair.
I don't want that in the
Predators.
podcast.
no,
Aggressive predators.
it's because he's getting
Fuck
fucked
out,
with. Anybody would get violent and aggressive. You were just trying to clean yourself
Gorilla.
up. Shut the fuck. Shut up. No, like, cause that's what I felt like with all the fucking orders coming in nonstop. It literally felt like there was like a horde of fucking fat people, like a fucking hive mind, just lining up, just constantly being like, yeah, like
The sound
doing-
effects were too
barbecue. Oh, what he's having. It really felt like that because like all the orders, like today was just like quarter pounder after quarter pounder after a fucking quarter pounder, and it would not stop. It literally did feel like they were just being like, that sounds delicious. I'll take what he's having. And it's just like, fuck off, man. Go fucking
the quarter pounder. Just put 4 quarter pounders in one. Call it a
Don't
pound.
even put the bread in. Just give me the meat.
You can buy meat by itself. We've had orders like that.
That's fucking gay.
It's
What the hell?
literally.
I want that McPounder.
You'll see on the screen. It'll be like 2 regular meat, and like that's it. And then like what we do is we take 6-piece chicken nugget boxes and just put 2 pieces of fucking meat in there, or however many they want, and then we just slide it up.
It's those people that are like, I can't eat carbs, but I'm still gonna get McDonald's.
Yeah, you want to eat healthy? Go to Walmart and like get some actual fucking food or some shit.
Yeah.
Like ground beef, bro.
Get that ground beef.
Get some fucking oatmeal.
Get that ground beef.
Get some oatmeal, bro.
Get some oatmeal.
Go outside and find a worm and
Eat a fish. Eat a fish like Golem, catch it out of the water. Kai, how was your day? Stop scratching your balls. Holy shit.
Keep
I didn't even get to
them
tell my
balls.
day.
They is.
Talk about McDonald's.
They itch.
That's all your life is.
They itch. Oh.
Oh?
Well, I woke up. Somebody was
Didn't. No, you
somebody was talking to me when I woke up. Like literally just out of my slumber. I'm having a conversation.
Yeah, that was me.
It was beautiful. It's
What
actually
the fuck?
typically every fucking morning. To be
What the
honest.
hell?
Because of me.
Yeah. But after that, I walked to Basted because it was nice and warm ski today.
It was really nice today. It was a beautiful fucking day. The first thing I did was
barbecue.
wake up and go on the walk.
Yeah,
Love barbecue.
that's what I do when I
Had
go
a
to
great
work.
day.
Just get up and
Actually,
walk.
it
Shut
really
the fuck
wasn't
up.
that bad.
Okay.
Wasn't that bad of a day.
Wasn't that bad? You said it was pretty busy tonight, though,
Yeah.
right?
It was just kind of weird.
Yeah.
Not,
Not terrible. Okay.
I'm invincible. I'm invincible behind the
What'd
Basted
you
grill.
do,
Oh,
Logan?
you're that guy
Oh,
in the
I'm
show.
so glad you asked. Oh, God.
I don't want to know now.
I love how I was literally thinking nobody's gonna ask me how my day was. We're just gonna move
But
on.
you're just like looking at me. Like,
Nice.
No, because I was literally waiting for nobody to say fucking anything to me.
I did something cool today.
Kai, there's no extra wires. I'm sorry.
This is lame.
You got the fucked mic.
I got
So
the fucky mic and it's black.
Shut up. They're all black.
yeah, everything is race with you.
Dude, I am black though.
So it's
Why-
okay.
yeah,
So it
okay.
has to be okay.
Black in quotation marks.
You don't sound black.
Logan, answer the question.
What
Okay,
does
so
sounding black sound like, Logan?
I
Go
don't-
ahead.
I
This is a
don't know.
demonstration.
No.
What is an
Every
inner city?
5 fucking seconds. Yeah, but black people don't. Everything goes back to race.
everything goes. That's because race is everything.
Is it bad to hate a specific race?
Yeah.
That's called racism, Tanner. I know it.
Fucking hate the 200-meter dash.
Oh,
Got dun, dun, dun.
Wow.
you're off the podcast.
Damn.
Do your seagull laugh. We talked about it in one of our past
Wait.
episodes.
Wait, hold on.
It's whenever you make fun of me. We talked about it because I get drunk and I start laughing like the Joker.
Understimulated by that.
There was this time Tanner goes, Logan's having his Joker arc while I'm laughing, and Tanner does that, and it just makes me laugh even harder. My day was pretty good. I went on a walk. I woke up and went on a walk, and it wasn't in the morning. I woke up at noon because
Yeah, like
I've been
you
working
always
for-
fucking do.
I worked 7 fucking days this week, and they're all 12-hour shifts. Yeah. And I wanted to get some extra sleep, and I had plans for today. And I came home and I lifted for a little bit. I did a couple bench presses, which felt good. I just felt energized this morning, and then I ate a lunch that was really good. And then I went and got Lance, and we went to D&D, and that was pretty fucking fun.
Yeah, it was my first ever like D&D, anything. Like I've never done D&D stuff before, but I've always been interested because I'll see
Tanner,
some
stop.
I'll see some,
What is
like,
your
memes
race and your class?
Why are you
In real
going back
life.
to race?
In
No,
real
well,
life.
I mean, literally, D&D is kind of about race.
Oh,
God damn it, Logan.
Actually,
I
race.
thought you were asking him specifically what his race was.
What is-
Honduran, Bill.
I'm Hispanic and a McDonald's worker at
That makes sense.
You know how it is.
the meta.
The meta.
No, but I went ahead and Laura helped like show me the ropes, and I ended up being a Warforged paladin.
Which is like a robot person, right?
Yeah, it's basically just like this automaton.
Me, man.
My name is Stephen Hawking. Stephen Hawking.
No.
You would be a dwarf.
No, we already had a dwarf though. I think that's why Lance didn't become a dwarf.
Yeah, I wanted to kind of be like unique in the group, and later Logan said about how he likes that there's like a lot more.
Well, I like diversity in the
Yeah.
group because it gives like we have different characters that are like completely different creatures and shit. And it's really shut the fuck up, you two.
I didn't say it.
Let's
I
get
saw
on
it
it.
on your faces,
Ladies
I'm
and
just
gentlemen.
saying, in D&D, it's
Logan
not
loves the
interesting
races.
when everybody's like a human or an elf.
I
Like
need
it
all
gets
the
boring
races.
that
True.
way.
I want to be friends with all the races, so nobody questions me.
I need a real Chinese.
Shut the fuck up. You guys always try to fucking out me in this shit.
I need a Beijing.
That's
bro.
why the last episode didn't go up. A Beijing bro.
What's up? I'm the Beijing bro. doesn't even sound.
Don't
Asian.
do it, Tanner. Don't do it. Don't do it. I saw. Don't do it. Don't do it.
What?
I knew what you were gonna do. Shut the fuck up. Okay, so
Been chilling.
so we all had decent days. That's good.
Of course. What?
I don't know. What about you, Kai? What do you want to talk about? That's not politics or
Politics.
race. No, we're not talking about politics and race.
so-
you have your own episodes for that.
So, wait, I feel like
Scratching my balls. I'm sorry.
Tanner,
Why can I hear
you
that
feeling
so well?
stronger lately? Been feeling strong lately?
Like physically?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sure.
Not as strong as me.
You want to fight?
You want to fight?
Like now?
I'll
fight
kill
on the
you.
If
I
our
heard you
podcast
squatted
kicks off, can we
185.
fight other podcasters?
I hit a world record for me squatting.
What's your world record?
What's that?
I squatted 185.
Hey, nice.
Let's go.
Pretty
Actually,
good.
yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that's
that's
pretty good.
close
And
to
you didn't-
200
Considering
pounds.
you
that
didn't, like,
last year,
You
I
didn't
could
cripple
squat
yourself.
115
Wow.
and would get crippled.
Yeah. But you didn't get crippled this time.
So far,
so
Tomorrow you're not
I
going to
was
be able to
actually
walk.
like repping it too, so I could probably squat higher.
yeah,
That's
just-
good.
Yeah, it goes to
If
show
you're
it's
ever
not your
going to
max.
like max
Yeah.
or whatever, just do a weight that you know you're not going to break form in, because that's how you get hurt.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
when you're
Yeah.
strong, is
Also,
when you
don't be like
load 500 pounds on you. You're like, yeah, I can fucking do it today.
I don't know about that. I might try like 190, 195.
Lance, we used to be gods.
I used to be God.
We used to. I
Yeah.
used to be able to deadlift
Squat.
500
I
pounds.
used to
You God.
Well, I remember our whole joke was that like you were the lower half, I was the upper half.
Yeah, like you could bench more than me, but I could squat and
I
deadlift
could,
more.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, you could squat and
much
deadlift
did
way
you
more.
squat?
I could bench and do military a lot
How
more.
much did you squat?
My
squatted
max was
like
500 pounds at one point.
Mine was 575.
Fuck you, Kai. Okay.
What? How?
And my deadlift was 450. And that's because of my
450?
fucking back.
Wait, your deadlift was 450?
Yeah.
My
But
deadlift was
squat
500. My squat, I don't even remember what my
Dude.
squat was, but I
Having
remember
that
I had the
feeling,
highest in the class at one point.
550 on your back when you're sitting down in a full Papa squat position, baby.
We had the teacher in the class that was like, if your balls aren't touching the ground, you're
Yeah.
not doing a real
Yep.
squat.
It was more like
Good morning
selective
squats.
with that shit because he would make it to where
Good
some
morning.
students would have to do like a Slavic squat before he'd be like up, and then we'd have fucking
Yeah.
push
He would
with
have
the
to be
might
able
of
to
God.
tickle
Slavic
your
squat.
But then
balls.
with like
Yeah.
other like twink characters, he'd fucking make them like go down half an inch, and he'll be like up, and then they'll get it up like no problem.
Yeah.
It's like no shit, you fucking idiot.
Remember, okay, I'm not going to say his full name, but remember when Adam lifted with us and the stop when the coach would manhandle Adam. Remember that when he put his hands on his waist and helped him down, and then
just
like
trying to
helped
help
him
you
back
out,
up.
boy.
He was so fucking uncomfortable. Like everybody in the group was like,
What the fuck?
"What?
Coach, what are you doing?
Why don't you do that with me, coach?"
Now, to get the most out of this squat, we're gonna have to remove any sort of restrainment. So let's start with your clothing.
Lieutenant, what do you mean, how did I squat 575?
That's
I
a
don't know.
lot.
What do you mean how?
Yeah, that is. I don't know. That's,
Your legs would have to be fucking massive. I'm
Yeah.
not saying they're not. You have
yeah.
very muscular
okay.
legs.
When you flex them like that, then it's like okay, yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. Just
Do you mean,
at first
all I
glance,
am is a leg.
at first glance, it was
Oh no,
just
my
like, wait a
bench is
minute.
like seriously like 140 maybe. I could probably get 140 up.
I need to start lifting with you guys again because
you
I'm
bench
so out of.
I would love to
135.
start lifting
Wait,
again. It's
yeah,
just
no, I
nothing
could-
really
yeah.
motivates me.
But
anymore.
Wait,
I
that's,
always
wait, no,
focused
that's
on
what-
like dumbbell benching because I was better at that than bench press, and it stroked my ego better.
I was really good at military, you know, where you just take the weight and just stand and go. Like I think I was like one of the few. I was like one of the few people in our class that could like military with like plates, like 45s.
Yeah,
on your
45s.
side.
I was never able to get to that. I had like maybe like 35 pounds I could do for my max, but I never got that good at military.
Yeah.
I remember when we did the rep test for the bench, and it was just only you and me that could do 45s on there, full
Yeah.
plates. And I remember I was wearing a mask, and I was trying because we were competing pretty much, and then I couldn't get there because I was literally hyperventilating with the mask on, and everyone's like, "You're
Yeah.
turning red," and I'm like,
Keep in mind, this was like during COVID, so everybody had to wear masks and shit.
Yeah.
During school, and whenever it was my turn doing bench reps and stuff, I can't remember how much. Didn't I get like? 20?
You got to like 35.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got to the 30s. I got to like 30. I think I got to 29, and then I
that's
literally had to get it pulled off me because I was hyperventilating and I
then
couldn't breathe.
I got to Thursday. I remember whenever I was done and I couldn't do it anymore and I racked it. I got up and then like either it was you or somebody that was straight up just like, "Holy shit, man! Like your eyes are red." Like,
I remember a kid saying that. Remember, I can't remember his name, but there was some bitch in that class that like kept fucking with us
Yeah.
until you finally like. I think it was you where you like turned around on him really quickly, and they were like,
yeah, I know what you're talking about. I mean, I don't remember their name, but yeah, he would always have some fucking shit to say, and I'm just like, "Hey, man."
He was like a class lower than us. I remember that.
Yeah, and he was like a scrawny kid
Because
so
he
I don't know
pulled
what
your
the
mask
fuck.
off one day. I remember
Yeah,
that.
he
shit.
like tried to fucking touch me or some shit, and I was like, "This motherfucker." He's like, "This kid has no idea that if we were in like the Stone Age right now, you would be a fucking black stain on the floor."
I get the image
If I
of
had
you, this
5
kid on the
minutes
floor.
of no consequence.
Yeah. No, it's just like I feel like I get
Let's
the
do.
image. I get the image of this kid fucking on the ground like while you're holding a fucking 45 plate over your head. I remember I was lifting once and then I stopped and you were looking at me like all ape like and then you went "Boom," and I closed my eyes like it was a fucking cutscene where I like got killed or something. Shut the fuck up. I'm just talking. Can I stand?
Yeah.
I got excited. It's fun. It's fun to talk about that shit.
Did you guys ever power cling or like cling and snatch?
Yeah, I remember
yeah,
I did it
yeah.
over
Yeah.
here when we were here, and I fucking
Dude,
That shit
did
was
you ever?
hard.
Did you guys ever max out?
We never maxed out
with
on
those
we
workouts.
never maxed out
Dude,
power cleans. We just did normal hand cleans. I fucking hate.
I got
hand
to
cleans, man.
235.
hand clings are bullshit for me too. I think it was just like we never mastered our form.
Yeah,
because,
that's what it
because,
is.
Hard.
because some of those skinnier kids were able to cling perfectly, and
Yeah,
we were like,
with
"What
like-
the
with
fuck
like-
is going
with
on?"
like 300 pounds and shit.
bar.
I couldn't. I could.
I climb.
I remember one of the first times
Climb.
we hung out at Tanner's place and we spent the night there. And Tanner was on the pull-up bar and kicked me in the chest when I was trying to walk out of his room. Do you remember that, Tanner? No. You don't. Why do you never remember these things? Like all these ape modes when you go out.
That wasn't Tanner.
These
No, it's like
moments
he
that
was
Tanner
he was like doing it,
has
and I
is
came around the corner and he kicks
schizophrenia.
me in the chest. Like not
Jesus.
hard, but it was just enough to shock me.
Schizophrenia
That's your
moments.
friend, dude.
What is your problem, dude?
Dude, what the fuck is
It's
wrong
like your
with you?
friend, bro.
It's supposed to be your friend.
It's because
Why
I'm
would you
white.
do that
Isn't
to
You
it?
your
like
friend?
hit him
It's
in the
because I'm
balls
white.
too?
Yeah, you've punched me in the balls multiple times.
You know how many
just
times
felt
Tanner just sprints out here and puts his hands around my neck and just.
That's a normal thing to be friends with Tanner, though. Like he will
No, I
fucking
feel-
attack
Dude,
At
you.
this
I
point-
fucking remember I was one time I was here. I slept on this fucking couch. I was asleep on this couch, and it's like in the morning. it's like I can almost sense he was standing over me. So it's like I kind of started to
every
wake up.
fucking morning.
And when I woke up and I kind of opened my eyes, my vision was still kind of blurry, and I just see him standing above me. I see his figure, and then he just like lunges at me with his fucking hands out, and like my brain didn't process that it was Tanner. I literally thought it was just some weird thing like lunging at me. So like I instinctively just like fucking throw my hands in the air like what the fuck, like blocking and shit. And then like I realized it was him, and I was like, you fucker.
Tanner
every morning
attacks
for
people
me.
quite often.
I need to instill fear in
Tenors.
those around me.
Tanner's leaving for school sometimes, and Tanner goes, Kai-san! Ohio! Slams the fucking door.
He's got a piece of bread in his mouth. Wearing his
Okay,
schoolgirl
so
outfit.
a couple mornings ago, I get up to go to work, and I walk out the door, and there's a fucking McDonald's bag out there. Kai.
There's my McDonald's.
I know, but the thing
I fell
was,
asleep.
no, okay, I know, but like you ordered it, and I pulled the bag, and I was like, "Who is?" I like, even tried to look at the receipt. There was no name on it, and I was like, "Okay, it's just
Nameless.
a DoorDash order." And I was like, "I didn't make that order because I'm like the only one that buys DoorDash as far as I know."
Nameless DoorDash.
Well, the thing was like I look over at Kai because I know Tanner wouldn't fucking DoorDash McDonald's, and I look at Kai, and Kai's fast asleep. I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" And I pull the bag in, and there's no reaction from Kai, and I contemplated just taking it to work with me.
You should have. You honestly should have. That would have been better.
Why the fuck are you looking at me like that, Tanner?
Tanner, what are you doing?
You
I'm
looking
just
at me
hanging
all,
out.
You looking at me all devious.
Let's talk
Why
about.
can't I just
wait.
hang out,
Let's
bro?
let's talk about something with Tanner's ape mode. Let's talk about Five Nights at Tanner's real quick.
That's not real.
Don't act like it's not real.
It's a reality
Dude, they
you made up
literally
in your
based
head,
the
Logan.
entire
No.
game. They based the whole franchise off of you, dude. Except they replaced it with like Freddy's or something. I don't know. It's kind
Yeah,
of
it's no when. So the layout of
Welcome
our
to
apartment
Game
is really
Theory.
fucked, and the bathroom connects to my room.
Five Nights at
as
Freddy's.
as
It's
well
just Tanner.
as me having a front door for my room, and then also having a fucking unlockable side
Dun,
screen
dun.
door. And Tanner, one of the first things I ever experienced with him living with him was he was trying to get into my room, and only one of those 3 doors lock. So I can't do anything about it. I can hold the door shut, but then I'll hear him running to the living room and open the screen door to get to my other door. And then if I go to brace the other door, he's at the other one. Like he goes between them so quickly. He's a literal cryptid. And like it'll be when I'm trying to fucking sleep. Like I have work in the morning and it's 4:00 and I get 2 hours of sleep because this motherfucker keeps me. And Kai does it too. Kai has
That was
helped in
Five
this.
Nights at Freddy's. I mean, Tanner's night 2.
Night 2.
that too.
Yeah,
Night
where
3
there's
hasn't
2
happened yet.
animatronics, and it's Kai and Tanner, and I can't sleep. I'll lock the bathroom door, and that's usually safe, but sometimes I'll forget, and it'll like creak open. I'll be like, oh, and I'll shut it really quickly. But like I can't sleep when that shit happens, and it doesn't end on my terms. It ends when they get bored, which is like never. It's so annoying, and I remember one time I wanted to cry because I was like, I'm trying to sleep, guys. And when they get into my room, they like molest me, or like they'll hide in my closet, or Tanner will crawl under. There was a point in time where Tanner got in my room without me even knowing it, and I was in bed, and he was under my bed, and I didn't know for the longest time until he popped out, and he said, "You said that you were under there for a while too, right? Like you were under there for a bit."
What the fuck?
I honestly don't remember
Oh
coming
my
under
God.
your bed, but I remember coming to under your bed.
Oh my god, you black out when you do these things.
Fuck.
You turn off a part of your brain and let the primal lizard part take over.
The primal lizard.
It's fucking terrifying too because they're like making noises outside. I have video evidence of this too. Like I have chronicles
Oh
of
my
it,
gosh.
you know? Like God, it's fucking terrifying.
Most I've done when I'm here is I made Tanner shit himself a few days ago. Yeah, it was
My pants are still stained.
he went in the bathroom to go do something.
Oh, yeah.
And his Tanner's room is like right across from the bathroom door in the hallway. Like they are literally right next to each other. And I just literally thought to like, I'm just gonna fuck with Tanner for a sec. And it's like I went in his room, and the lights are off and his door is like halfway open, and like I'm standing halfway. I'm standing.
I remember this.
Yeah,
now.
I'm standing halfway out the door. So it's like if you were to look into his bedroom door, you would just see half of me peeking out behind the creaked open door, and it's like he's just doing something in the bathroom, like looking at himself in the mirror or whatever,
like he does.
and it's like,
I think I was like brushing my teeth or something.
yeah, and it's like my expectation was that he was just gonna see me standing there and he was just gonna look at me and like laugh or whatever, be like, oh, fucking just some dumb mild shit, but instead, mind you, I'm not doing anything. I'm literally just standing there looking right at him, and it's like he turns off the faucet, then he turns over towards his room, and it's like he like starting from my feet, he looks at me from my feet up to my face, and when he looks at my face, he's just like, he like freaking shakes really hard. He throws his hands in the air in like a defensive pose, and then like he stumbles backwards and he like lays on the ground like and like I'm busting up laughing because I wasn't expecting that shit. And then, what did you tell me your thought process was during that whole thing?
Dude, it was some weird shit. It was like column, face, danger.
Column.
You really are primal. Like, honestly, Tanner, you have like the instincts of a fucking caveman.
Don't we all?
I think
I'm
you
just
have more.
aware of it.
I think you tap into
How
those
about,
a lot easier than most.
Let's talk about the time when we made Tanner play
Well,
Five Nights at Freddy's VR, and Tanner was literally shaking, looking at the animatronic in front of him. What was your thought process there, Tanner?
Threat.
Weren't they big though? They're fucking
They were
gigantic.
taller than. They were like 2 heads taller than me.
Yeah, they're fucking
Like-
tall. They're fucking huge.
They were like leaning into the room. I had to like get close to them to press the button to shut the door, and so I have to like reach towards them. I didn't like that.
I just remember we were watching him, and he's just like.
I remember when I played Five Nights at Freddy's, not in VR, but it was on Tanner's console back at his place. It was like I decided to play it first, and I think I got to like night 2 or 3 or whatever.
The one with the fox.
Yeah, the one wherever Foxy starts to fucking
Night
run.
tree.
Yeah, he starts to run down the hallway and shit, because that's exactly what he did. I remember I was trying to keep my cool and stay focused and just like try to listen and pay attention to where everything was, and then it's like it got to a point where I looked at the camera and I see Fox, like it shows Foxy running at full speed.
Yes.
And I quickly like exit the camera and shut the door, but it's like the whole time it's like I was silent the whole time, but then when Foxy showed up, I was just like,
Yeah, no, we all were. We were all watching. We were like, because you heard the sound of him running.
yeah, like it's not even just the fact you see him. Yeah, you hear him being like, it's like,
I remember Tanner was like, "Duh!" It was fucking hilarious to watch.
yeah. What's funny is that we agreed that it was going to be like me first and then like someone next.
It was going to be Tanner next, and Tanner's like, I don't want to play.
Tanner just was not going to do it, and then like it just ended up just being me that night that played, like no one else. So I was like, all right, cool. Another VR game I remember was what was it?
Gorn?
Gorn. I always want to call it Krog for some reason.
It is
Krog.
pretty much
Yeah.
Krog.
My name is Lance. I play Krog.
Krog.
Gorn is a fucking awesome game.
play
I
Gorn.
Remember
love
when
it.
you broke the glass bulb above our heads?
That was not
was-
me.
Was that-
that was Evan.
That was Evan?
Yeah, that was Evan.
Oh my god, I remember it being. I thought it was you.
No, I'm fucking
You're
too short.
tripping.
I'm too fucking short for that, man. I'm not alpha.
I just
height
remember
of
the
a
glass
5'6".
shattered fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
And we had it like in our hair and shit.
Some of it got in my eye.
Damn, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the start of the broken glass era.
Oh yeah, when
Broken
Ethan was
glass.
doing crunches on the ground where there was broken glass. Do you
We're
remember
still
that?
in the broken glass era. There's still, I find, just random shards of broken glass.
Jesus.
It's not even from that one instance. Random pieces of glass break all the fucking time.
There's 2 panes of glass on the fucking porch.
I've stepped on so much glass, but I haven't cut myself yet.
Damn, you're fucking. That's dangerous.
You're
Careful.
dangerous.
You're dangerous.
Yeah.
Don't touch me.
Show me your dick. I'm sorry.
All right, I'll turn it off. I just remember when I played that Gorn game that it's like everybody had their turn first, but then when it was my turn, I was like naturally just doing shit that no one else had done yet, and I remember it made Tanner laugh really hard.
Yeah, you like picked up a rock that I didn't know you could pick up and just started hitting people.
It came
That's another
naturally.
thing, is that like it literally the game will like give you these set weapons that you can choose from, like a mace or a spear or sword. But there's
You
also
pick up the fucking rock.
there's also rocks that are laid out on the ground. And I remember there was a time where like you're set to stand in this one spot before like the match starts in like this arena, this gladiatorial arena. And you know your weapons are in front of you, and then it's like you have to pick a weapon and then raise it up to start the match. But I remember when all the weapons were in front of me, I remember seeing in the corner of my eye a rock on the ground, and I remember slowly panning over and looking at that rock. And it's like you guys were able to see what I saw with the laptop.
Slow pan.
Yeah, and I was like, I see what I'm going for, and I did. I went for that rock, and I just fucking just started bashing their heads open. But also, did you say something about how you thought it was funny how like I just instinctually like picked up the bodies and started hitting them with the fucking bodies?
You use the bodies as weapons. I remember when it was me, Tanner, and Laura playing Blade and Sorcery, and I went full psycho mode, and Laura said like it disturbed her because instead of picking all the like weapons you would normally pick, I grabbed the fucking little tiny kitchen knife and I grab people and go and start stabbing them in the throat. And then I would get too into it to the point where I was like actually on the ground on my knees, like stabbing people. And Laura's like, "This is kind of disturbing."
I fucking this all reminds me of that video of like this wife recording her husband being like, I think I married a psychopath, and it's like her husband playing this VR game, and on the TV screen he's like grabbing this NPC's head and just like continuously bashing it on the wall, and it's like
I did that too.
It's playing that like Joker music from the movie.
Tanner, what the fuck are you doing?
There's having a moment.
I'm role playing.
What the in the
Role-playing
foreshadowing moments? Tanner was role playing the foreshadowing moments.
What the fuck?
How was your day, Logan?
Wait, he already talked about his day.
I already
How
talked
was your
about
day,
it.
Lance?
It was really good. Like I've said, you know, I woke up, got ready for work, and then, you know, I already talked about that. All the nonstop bullshit orders.
Your feet are still blue.
They've
Wash
been
your
blue for
fucking
months.
feet. Wash your
Doesn't
feet.
I do. It doesn't come off.
It does.
It's
It's
the
actually
dye from your
good.
shoes leaking into
It's
your
actually
feet.
good. Only my nails are blue.
I think it's the next step of evolution. I think it's gonna become one of those Navi
Avatar.
things. Yeah.
Avatar monkey.
Have sex with your hair.
What?
Have you not watched that movie?
No, I don't fucking remember. I
The
watched.
Last Airbender?
Shut the fuck up.
That's literally what they do. They connect their hair together and then have sex.
That's their brain, idiot.
yeah, but it's like brain sex.
Brain stimulation.
Lame.
I wish I could have
Brain
sex
cum.
with the tree, like tap into it.
But it has all
I
the
say,
memories of their
"Oh,
elders
Mama Oak.
and children too.
Oh, Mama Birch. Hickory. Nut.
She mahogany on my wood till I oak.
I'm gonna burst.
Pork chops are so
Pork chops are so greasy.
Stop! I don't want to hear this bullshit.
Buttering up your pork chops.
Stop, all three of you are
You're gonna
doing.
make me croak, Miss Piggy. Fuck. I'm croaking. I'm croaking.
Ribbit. Rabbit.
Literally goes bullfrog, dude.
Oh, Miss Piggy, I'm gonna show you why they call me the bullfrog.
Oh, Miss Piggy, I'm gonna show you why they call me the bullfrog. I'm gonna hit you with that bullfrog, Miss Piggy.
I hate every moment of this.
Miss Piggy, oh,
Do frogs even have dicks?
Miss Piggy.
I don't know. Google it.
I'm not gonna put that in my search history.
I'm gonna hit you with this balloon.
The fuck was that? Yoshi or some shit?
Frogs have long tongue.
Okay, so
Laughing
fun?
emoji. I don't get it.
Dude, Laura's laugh is.
What? What about Laura's gonna listen to this? By the way,
No, I know. It's just like
And you're a cock.
her laugh is awesome because it's just like it's so intense and it actually it affects the whole mood in like a good way. No, but it's also like it's also kind of out of nowhere too. It's like you can never really expect it. So it's like
in our first episode, you made fun of her laugh.
I didn't make fun of it like as like a mean way. I literally just was like because that was the first time I ever heard her laugh. So obviously it caught me off guard with how fucking like I can't even do it. I have to hear it
I
again.
just seek how.
Well, you know what? Kai's their own person, Tanner. So why don't you stop judging a black person? Okay.
I didn't make fun of
Whoa,
her.
back to race. Let's
Yeah,
get
I
on
know.
race.
I literally, I just heard her laugh and I was like, "Whoa!" And then I just instinctually just was like, just imitated it. But I mean, if she did take like offense to that, then my bad. I truly didn't mean to be
Something-
mean. Or anything.
I don't think they did. But,
Something I did new today was pop out the air fryer I got.
what'd you put in there?
I put some wontons, some frozen wontons.
They're called
in there.
gyoza, but you know.
All right, Hashimoto. Anyway, I put them in there, and this big, like, metal brick thing, like, gets it real hot.
Of
in
course,
there,
of course.
like within seconds.
You know, air fryers and shit. Mhm.
Now you have
And I'm amazed by these engineers they got in. Well, I don't even know where the hell it comes
Dude,
from
I
nowadays.
think it's
China,
honestly, I think it's
somewhere
Chinese
over there.
scientists.
I want somebody to click on this
And
episode
I
and click
believe
on
it's
this
the-
part
I
and think
believe
it's
it's
some
the people
redneck
that-
fucking
that
shit.
created COVID-19.
Okay, let me finish. Let me tell you about the wontons.
Scientists.
Let me tell you about the goddamn wontons.
Okay.
Okay. Now all y'all cool it. All right?
Okay, Billy. calm
Jesus is
down.
watching. Okay.
Jesus.
Okay, so I
Pope
put
John
the
Paul.
I put the wontons in the air fryer and I crank it up to 450.
450.
And I think, okay, maybe this will cook it in 10 minutes. That's where I was wrong. You see, whenever you cook it, something at
See, whenever you cook
450 degrees.
That's a
For
little
10
much.
minutes.
I'll be honest.
That's a burner right there.
That's a burger.
I said,
Yeah,
"Cut
you
that."
450
wontons.
These wild toes gonna make my day.
These wontons.
You trying to cook wonton with your son?
No.
I turned them wontons into crackers.
Cracker time.
Much like
If you
mine.
turn wontons into crackers, then you might be a redneck.
If you turn wonton into crackers, you might be a redneck. Dude, Larry the Cable Guy.
Is he still alive?
Yes.
Is he still taking
Kicking,
Prilosec?
dude, kicking. I'd make out with Larry the Cable Guy.
What?
I would make out with Larry the Cable
Would
Guy.
you have sex with Larry the Cable Guy?
See here, there has to be circumstances to
know who
that. Like,
What kind of, like a role playing kind of thing?
yeah, more
What
like.
kind of role play though? What the fuck? Is he coming over
Don't
to
give me
fix
the
your
reins for
cables?
Don't give me the reins for this.
Don't fuel me.
It's about to get real racist.
It's about what? Oh, it's gonna be that kind of role play. Okay, it's gonna get racist.
No, I want toe mater. I want toe
You
mater.
want toe me? Have you seen that video where the
Hook
guy's
my
like,
ass,
"I don't
toe mater."
look like no tow truck," and then fades into a picture of toe meter.
You might be a redneck. Everybody
see
thinks
that?
that's funny.
Arrowhead. No, Eagle bullshit.
Consume Prilosec.
Shout out to Game Grumps.
Shut the fuck up, Lance. Don't give them more publicity.
nobody watches their shit anyways, man. They go downhill.
So like I was walking down the street and
Somebody touch you?
I saw a kitty.
I did see a kitty.
It was my kid.
It was small kitty. I killed the kitty. I drowned that kitty.
Wait, you sought out water after
Sorry,
finding the
I
cats
was
and
really
drowned it?
hungry.
You look thirsty.
You
Drink. The only way to survive is to drink.
Keep fucking drinking.
You want to breathe, don't you?
The kitty liked the water so much,
It died.
I wanted it to live in the water forever.
It became a catfish.
So I put it in a bag. And I threw
Why are
it.
we talking about
was
fucking
perfect.
murdering a kitten in like the most fucked up way? Where did this come from?
So,
Where did this come from?
So-
people click off right now. They fucking these guys are fucked up. I don't want to listen to this anymore.
so my mom,
They click on the Joe Rogan after that.
my mom made mac and cheese one time, and it just like really like made me.
The way you look right now is making me very uncomfortable. I'm just gonna say this.
Guys,
It's
You're like-
channeling some inner autism.
I'm just anticipating what fucking crazy shit we're about to say.
Don't let them know your next move.
Really good.
Oh my god, they ran. Oh, sorry, I was. So the other day,
I don't like this character you've just developed.
they were burning.
I tried to help them.
Top 10 times Kai has murdered somebody.
I reached for them, but they fell.
They screamed for my help.
They didn't actually fall. I
screamed.
them.
They screamed for my help, but I chose to run away instead.
And I couldn't do anything.
And then I came back and pissed on their corpse. Sorry.
But anyway,
Wrong
the
button.
mac and cheese. This is really good.
Basted mac and wait, hold on.
Dude,
I
Does
can't say
basted
that.
have
sometimes
mac and cheese?
Yes, and sometimes it's really good. You got to get it on the good, right when it's fresh
Is
out
it
the
like-
oven.
Okay,
When
is
it's
it like
fresh
the
out the oven.
okay?
I will leak how to make the basted mac and cheese.
Is
Leak the base.
SWAT teams
You
race
get-
into the
you
room.
get the pre-made mac and cheese
Pan.
from out of the oven, and you throw it into a third
Yeah,
pan.
it's like in
That's
Then
like
you get-
90% of
you
restaurants.
Get crushed up Ritz crackers and
no,
shredded
that's basted-
cheese.
That's the basted mac.
That's what I'm saying.
You're talking about the basted mac with the
Stop.
crackers and the cheese and the chicharrones.
And you get the chicharrones,
Get the
then the
chicharrones.
barbecue.
What the
What
fuck
do you
is a
do?
chicharron?
What do you do with the cheese?
It's like fried fat.
chicharrones.
That sounds
hold
disgusting.
On, hold on.
It's
Chicharrones are actually pork rinds. That's
So-
what if you were living in Mexico and you were talking about pork rinds, you'd
I don't
say
think it's called pork
chicharron.
rinds.
I like pork
So,
rinds.
but we call
Why
make
can't
pork
every
rinds
place
too.
use our
Hold on.
language?
For some
Wow.
reason, that base.
I never met nobody who
Whenever
also
we're
likes
talking
pork
about-
rinds like I do.
Whatever.
That's crazy.
We must be good buddies.
I like you already.
You look
Stop,
like. Oh
you
my god.
motherfucker!
I don't like you anymore.
Somebody's gonna hear that and not know exactly what
if I
happened.
ever see you 10 feet from my daughter, I'm going to shoot you.
You have a daughter?
Deal's a deal.
So,
Deal's a deal.
so what type
What if
of
I'm 5 feet away from your
what
daughter?
type of farming do you do? Why do you think you, Tanner, deserve my daughter?
My daughter's
The thing is that
My
he doesn't
daughter
do
is
his own
nice
farming. He's got
and-
people working it for him.
Pretty.
That's the same thing.
And she is light
They're
skinned.
not paid.
Why do you think you deserve my country as light skinned pretty daughter?
Well, I tell you why.
I don't think you'd be
deserve
having
her.
a light-skinned
what?
daughter.
You familiar with the power of exponentiation?
Did Jesus say you could have my daughter?
Agriculture.
That's
You heard of
instantly how you get into that relationship. Agriculture. Agriculture.
I tell you what, I got 64 square acres of corn.
Rare acres.
And
I got 22 cows and 1 bull.
That bull could pull out some sperm. Let me tell
and
you.
an 89
I do it myself, you know.
John Deere
I put it-
tractor.
And a John
I
Deere.
ain't talking 1989. I'm talking 1889.
1889. Those wheels are brand new though.
And once you get it out there, boy, I tell you what, it plows
You
more than
open
I'm
her
going to
up,
plow
she
your
go about-
daughter. I'm going to tell you what.
She plows while I'm plowing, if you know what I'm saying. So what you're saying is you're going to be on the plow plowing my daughter.
That's how you get it done. You got to do both things. That's how Jesus
Here's
wanted
a
it.
beer.
That plow pulling ruts in
Hold
your
on.
field, I'm going to make ruts in your dog.
I'm going to carve your daughter.
I'm going to call the cops.
gonna
if you
carve
don't
her.
get off my property.
Okay,
I don't need to call the cops. I'm going to use my gun.
I'm
You're
going to
standing
tie
on my
your
wire.
daughter down and plow her.
Get your fucking feet away from my
I'm
face.
stretching.
Dude,
I'm stretching my penis to plow your daughter.
Dude, so
Nobody wants
typically
to
I think about the world. I think about the world domination, and there's been a
what?
lot of
wait,
specifically
How do we
fascist
go
down.
into this from what we were just
Dictators.
talking about?
Don't question it.
that have seeked world domination in some way. Would be full control, but in some way, some type of a domination, even if it's over. I know it always goes back to race, Logan, but you're a piece of shit.
I didn't even say anything.
Some other race. So what I'm
Why
saying
did
is,
you
how would you
whisper?
dominate? How you yourself? You don't have to go into full like. How would you? Just how would you?
How would you
dominate
build
the
your
world?
fascist
How would you
society?
dominate the world? How would you make your mark?
Fear.
Pain.
No, I'm a
chambers.
little serious. I feel like fear would be a perfect factor.
Well, yeah.
because I always fall back to the H.P. Lovecraft quote where he says like the strongest emotion is fear, and then like the strongest fear is fear of the unknown. So
Now
like,
what we're gonna do is we're gonna put you in a hole for a couple of days so you can think.
There's some snakes in there. I don't
I
know
know.
what kind, but
There's a snake in my boat.
If you try to escape, the bullwhips go headed your way, sonny.
and not because you're. It's not
Boy.
because you're different than me. It's because you
Boy.
didn't work very hard.
boy. I know I put
And
you.
because you're different than me.
I know I put you on the porch, boy, but don't you
almost fucking
overstep.
threw up when you
Don't
said
you
that.
overstep, boy. I know I put you on the porch, boy.
why are we talking about?
Put you on the
Don't you
porch.
dare overstep, boy.
You living on the porch
Red.
now. You've been looking.
No.
You looked at my
I'm just
daughter
very-
for 3.5
I'm very
seconds.
inspired by colonialism. Very inspired in the way that it's a very empowering moment in our society. It made America what it is today.
You know how much is left?
Okay, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna shift.
I'm not
to
gonna get
politics.
racist.
Yeah,
If you
or
read,
race.
We're not gonna get racist right now.
you read,
Yeah, we're gonna get a couple more shots and then we'll get
you
racist.
read,
when the podcast is over.
you read,
What time are we at, Kai?
We're at
you read Brave
47.
New World.
Okay.
Brave New World.
Brave New World. By who?
It sounds really familiar.
Aldous
Like it was at a movie
I have not.
thing too. Like they adapted
What is it
it
about?
into a shitty movie.
It's like, you ever read 1984 by George Orwell?
I've heard of it.
I read
but
most
haven't
of it,
read
yes.
no.
I think.
So you know how they control the society by like
Big Brother?
literal- yeah, like Big Brother, like constant observation and fear. If you step outside of the realm of thinking, then you're gone.
Like China is right now.
What if you were able to constrain the population's mode of thought, not through fear and intimidation and ultimately molding them into what they're going to be, but instead making their only possible thoughts what they are meant to be, in a system that benefits from their thoughts being molded like that. From the moment of conception, the people in this world are born into a social class that is inherent, meaning like they
Are you saying race matters?
it's not necessarily race.
We didn't say anything
it is-
about
I
race.
under-
No, I understand. No, but when we're talking about class, that's what it falls
It's
into.
literally alpha, beta, epsilon, gamma.
Sigma.
So,
Cock.
yeah.
Sigma.
Okay, well, not they didn't mean it in like the alpha male type
Yeah, I know.
shit. It's literally just like there are people
How much do you lift, bro?
who are going to be in higher level management positions where they manage other people, and people whose jobs are, like for example, are to just press elevator buttons, and they're able to like clone people. It's wacky.
It's a good book. I just never finished it because it was so long. And
Not 1984.
Oh, you're not talking. No, what are you talking about? The other one?
Brave New World.
Brave.
I'll have to try that out because it sounds like a good book.
I
Wasn't
have
there?
it.
Can I borrow it? Like, legitimately, can I borrow it?
Yeah.
Wasn't there something you sent one time where I think it was like an audiobook or something, or some sort of concept where it was like literally everybody was equal, but like it's like not in a good way,
Oh, I've seen the video of that.
something like that.
I remember.
Is it like
They like wore masks so nobody could be more beautiful than the other, and they had to wear weights if some
that's
people were stronger.
A satirical essay.
Okay.
But I forget who. I also forget the name of it. I thought you were talking about this other one. It was like Unity or something like that.
I don't know.
which
I
was
think
really similar.
I remember it was like it had a picture where it's like didn't like the people look almost like blobs or something,
Yeah.
like disfigured or some shit, because it was like, oh, they're all equal.
Yeah, they had to compensate to the lowest denominator in that society, which really makes you think, like, what is equality in a society? You know, like, I don't think anyone is equal.
Well, if it's in a society,
I don't
doesn't there
believe-
have to be a ruling class? There
I-
can't be equal.
No, I don't
Well,
really.
not
believe-
even
You're starting
in
to
the
sound like a
sense-
Marxist,
not
my
even
guy.
in the sense of a hierarchy.
You're a Marxist.
I don't necessarily like really.
I'm saying
like
that-
believe in equality. I like more equity. You know, where it's like fairness. It's like, you know, because of the fact that obviously not everyone's
Equality is just a word used in our politics a lot, honestly. Equality is an unreachable goal, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's been too much damage on our history in general, especially when it comes to like class and race or just or lineage, whatever it might be.
It's just every time I
Yeah.
hear or see anything about like equality, it's like you're right. That is a very like unreachable goal and all that.
True
so,
equality is unreachable.
Yeah, so it's like I don't ever really see it like that. I always
Why do
prefer
we
like
strive for it
equity.
then?
Like I just
because we always strive for
I feel like
perfection.
Yeah,
humans.
I think it's
Why is
more,
equality perfection?
I don't know, because we deemed it perfection. I
But
guess
perfection isn't possible for a human being.
exactly. So, or what race are we running?
Oh my God! You always do
race,
this.
not race.
You said
Not
race.
Actual
But-
race.
Oh, like
in-
as in a physical
like
race.
the-
But
Okay.
in a made-up system where the like inhabitants of the system are theoretical, i.e., the American
Yeah.
democratic system
Mhm.
and its voters,
Mhm.
you have to
Mhm.
use made-up terms and ideas like equality.
Mhm.
Yeah, to push policies.
Mhm.
But that's not the real case.
Mhm.
What's the real case?
Mhm.
We're all very distinct people
Mhm.
with distinct influence.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sure.
Thanks for your contribution to the conversation.
I'm content.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I'm
totally.
just listening.
To this podcast.
Go ahead.
I'm not even sure what the objective of what I'm trying to say is.
Well,
I'm more or less
started
trying to
on-
vibe check the idea of equality.
Yeah, we
and
kind of switched to
how
that from
we
world
use it.
domination.
Vibe checking equality. I don't think I've ever heard that before.
Well, I mean, what is equality though? Like, if everybody's
Equal rights,
equal-
equal fights. I mean,
I
no, it means equal rights between sexes, and race, and I guess orientation, preference, your spectrum, the autism spectrum, treating disabled people, whether that be physically or mentally, equally as well. It's literally a general term to mean like every oppressed group, whether they'd be oppressed at a certain time in history or whatever, being treated equally, if that makes sense. So pretty much equality is white people aren't in power all the time.
it's just like
crazy how
Fuck white people, pretty much.
I just don't ever like to see anything with equality. Like I said, it's equity where it's like fairness.
Yeah.
It's like instead of just trying to be like, both get an equal amount.
Yeah,
It should be like
equality
one does one thing,
insinuates-
so they get a certain amount, and the other does another thing,
Yeah.
so they get a certain amount, because it's only fair. Like,
Equality insinuates race or certain class or whatever it might be.
It would have to be something where like we are literally just robotic beings that
Yeah.
have no difference in
like
each other.
no flaws, no
Yeah.
fucking.
Well, that's the thing is like everybody has flaws.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter what it is, if it's physical, mental, or just something
Yeah.
that's in you.
We're
Like,
all on a spectrum of life. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I like how we went from plowing a farmer's daughter into this.
Dude, I would plow a farmer's daughter.
I wish.
Dude, a farmer's daughter, that's a dream. That's a Missouri dream.
Like you like the
That's a
scenario
Missouri
of
dream,
having sex
baby.
with the daughter while and then running
Yes.
away while shotguns being like
Yeah,
blasted
that's what I
at
mean.
you.
It's like,
It's a little stereotypical.
my daddy wouldn't like you. My daddy.
sorry,
I wouldn't call it
AR-15.
stereotypical.
My
I'd call it like
you know how many
a
times?
cliche.
You know how many times I've heard
Yeah.
my dad wouldn't like you.
Shut your ass up.
My dad would. If I brought you home, my dad wouldn't like you. I love fucking those people, dude.
What?
And
Getting
then
back.
choking them.
Equality.
And it goes back to everything goes back to everything.
Uh-oh. Kai's mic goofing off.
So if you're,
There it goes.
what do you think? Do you think? Okay, I'm being actually serious.
Yeah.
I know I'm bringing this to race.
No.
But we're pretty, like Logan has said, diverse when it comes to experiences and life and even race.
Well, we also have a lot of things that are like we have certain major things in our lives that are very, very similar.
Well, yeah, because we grew up in the same area.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, do you think, like, especially in America, in this democracy, do you think, like, the fact that even our politics are separated from left to right, do you think that, like, racism can be cured or fixed, or even the act of slavery, because it's still happening as much as much as we want to give a month? I'm just kidding.
In order to answer that, can you predict, or is there a demographic of an individual that is more likely to become racist than another?
I guess this would be more theoretical than
Personally,
Because
I don't
literal.
think.
any
Because
race
I don't
can
think
be
this is
racist,
possible.
you know?
Yeah, no, that's
Personally, I don't
but
think
is
this is
there-
possible. I don't
Just,
think
you
it's
know, white
possible.
people
I
are-
don't
Hold on,
either,
hold on,
yeah.
hold on. Answer the question though. Is there a specific demographic that is more likely to be racist than the other?
Personally, I don't think so. I
Yes.
think there
Yes,
are
no.
racist groups in every
culture. Yeah, the answer is
Like
yes.
like a lot of things people think is like not a lot of people, but
It's
some
prejudice.
people that aren't people that don't think about it enough. They're like,
Hold on. How about this? Do you think you can predict where racism is going to occur?
Wait, what?
Do you
Where
think
it is?
You can predict where racism is going to occur.
No.
Like,
There's no way to predict it.
I don't think there's necessarily a way to predict it, but you can have, you can always
So you're
rely
saying-
on stereotypes to believe that a certain group of
Okay.
people are going to be racist because they're rural or something, or they're all white.
So
I don't know.
I've had a lot of
I
white
disagree,
friends.
considering that whenever you have a population of people where there's one prevalent race and a bunch of racial minorities, racism is more likely to occur in that, whereas there's a population where there's a split even amount of races in it, right? It's more likely if there's one dominant race in a population for racism to occur. So if you're able to predict where racism can occur,
Okay.
and you can take active measures to prevent it, i.e. education, awareness
okay.
spreading, you're able to prevent racism. There's no real way to cure racism once it's already embedded in someone, but you can actively prevent it, I feel like.
What is your argument on, like, especially big cities? Because that's the biggest influence, especially on our politics, or when it comes to
Like
policies or things being pushed for your state.
yeah,
It's more reliant on your big cities.
and
like
that's
in
where
a
like
big
the
city
most
said,
diverse
like, yeah.
groups are.
Like New
Most of
York
the
or
sky.
Chicago or LA or something. Like, why are more? Why do you think more minority groups are pushed towards more urban areas? Like, you know,
Well, I think,
You know what I mean? Literally
well,
inner city areas.
Well, like, can I say something? I think the main majority of why they are in those areas is just because, for forever, fucking white people have always colonized America, and therefore all of the white people are going to be
that's
in
not
the like.
true.
Well, what do you mean? By that?
I don't
The
have
Spanish
an answer.
colonized America. So
No,
did the French.
I know, but
I mean,
like,
I know the French are.
I know, but I'm saying
technically majority white,
You said
but-
most of the minorities are in urban areas. That's because a lot of the. What did you say? What? I didn't even hear what you said.
I was literally just whispering.
Oh, okay. I was just trying to say like from what I'm saying, because I'm not as smart as you guys. Okay, like I'm just saying like from my
I don't think I'm smart.
from my
I'm stupid.
from what I know, from what I understand from history, it's always been like the white people have always moved across the U.S.
What is
into
the
these-
white people, though?
Well, I'm just saying.
Yo,
No,
what?
I mean like the whole
The
idea
Puritans,
of
the colonists,
Col-
like the true
Quakers.
colonists.
yes, that's what I'm saying. Is like it's
true
those
liberals.
people going out and farming. That's why there's not so many minorities in these urban areas, or not in the urban areas. What's the opposite of urban? What is it? Rural. Yes, thank you. I couldn't think of the
Yeah.
word.
Metropolitan.
I feel like that's because all of these people moved out to get their own land, and it was mainly the whites because they had the power and the money at the time, while the minorities didn't have that because they had to move into the cities.
I mean, like
because they
now.
immigrated that way.
Like rights.
Now?
What I'm saying is like
No,
rights.
but that's
are-
where I was getting to.
Yeah, okay.
The thing is like the reason it's not like that is because those people have been there for so long
Yeah.
that it's just the way it is. And if a minority moved out into these rural areas, they might get pushed out. Not even just by racism, but just because they don't have the same standing in that community as these people who've lived here forever.
Well, then it is technically not necessarily overt racism, but it's kind of like inherent, if that makes sense.
I
like,
hope what I said made some semblance of
no,
sense.
no,
Like
it
I'm
does.
just saying, like the people, the white people that had money
This is why
moved
I asked
out
this question.
through the country with manifest destiny and all that bullshit, and then they lived in these rural areas, and then just colonized it to the point where it was mainly just white people, and then later on. All the immigrants from other countries moved into big ports that became giant cities, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, like, Asian cultures moved into California and everything, and then
well, I mean, there were opportunities
Europeans
in bigger
moved-
cities
yeah.
in general. So
Yeah,
like,
and that's their idea, because also around that time, the fucking Industrial Revolution was happening, and, I could get a job in any of these factories.
so if you can find some education and actually find yourself in a big city, no matter where you're living or not, there is opportunity.
I agree with that, but also like there are circumstances where I don't think that's completely true, because you could live in this urban area and not get the same education.
Oh no, that's
at
what I
all.
mean. I said if you could.
Shut the fuck up, Lance. But I'm just saying, I don't know. That was just my take of it. That's why I think there's more white people in rural areas. So that's just what I'm saying.
Do you think? You
I
think?
think it's more white flight and gentrification.
You're gonna have to explain that to me. I don't understand what you're saying.
I know
So-
exactly what you're saying.
I get the white
I
flight
don't.
part, but I don't get the second word.
No, I don't know.
I forget what gentrification means. I would have to reread literature on it. Basically, my idea is like whenever we were industrializing, people would move into cities for work. That's why the rural farmers slowly died out and city dwellers started to become more prominent. When the factories and the industrialization stopped really working as much, white people were like, well, shit, I can't do this anymore, which is why the Rust Belt is a thing, which is why Detroit went to shit so quickly. White people were like, well, living in this urban area is shit. Let's move to a suburb. And that's where all these suburbs start coming up.
Yeah, middle class America,
Yeah.
like
If
the
you
American
look at
dream.
most cities, there are smaller satellite cities directly outside of it.
Yeah,
Springfield has like 5.
Yeah, all around us. You know, Willard, Nixa, Ozark,
Joplin,
Bolivar, all these little small places that are called cities.
Marshfield.
I wouldn't say Bolivar Joplin is a suburb
Well, no.
of Springfield.
Well, no, they're more.
They're a little farther out.
No.
aren't they?
Okay, if we're talking in the terms of Missouri, like some places especially around here, like Rogersville, your next neighbor is 3 miles away.
Yeah. So
like in the terms like, yeah, it's 45 minutes away, but it's down I-44, which is an interstate. So yeah.
Kai, I don't want to be a bitch, but your
You're a
wire's
bitch.
rubbing on your.
I'm gonna
wire.
rub. I'm gonna rub that wire, baby.
No, it wasn't really bothering me. I just thought it would be better.
Do you think democracy can cure racism?
No, not the way it is now.
Communism?
I thought we already established that.
Communism has never worked for humans. It hasn't.
Imperialism?
I
No,
thought
do
we
you
think
already
anything we've
established
tried-
that nothing can cure racism?
Boom. Boom.
Yeah. It's
Finally
just how
somebody
it is.
says
It's
it.
embedded into our fucking Earth culture. You know?
What did you say?
Finally, somebody takes a stand. Lance thinks nothing can cure racism. Lance thinks everybody's going to be racist forever.
I think
what I
I think maybe racism could change if like we just like a couple thousands of years from now we've all inbred so much that we look
Give
the
us your
same.
thoughts. Give us your thoughts.
Well, I don't know. I just think racism, like no matter what, will just always stick around.
It'll always prevail.
Literally, that video. Although it's like that you.
Oh, that video, yeah, that
Although
old-
it's a meme.
yeah, that
like,
old video.
It's bringing attention to the point where like these like the Confederate flag and these racist ideals and culture per se, which. Ooh, that's a question. Do you think the Confederate ideals and like and ways of thinking and KKK and all of that is culture?
You know
or do you
what?
think it's influence or
Let's give it a shot.
I
ignorance?
guess it's technically culture.
I think it's culture. I do think it's culture.
Not that it's
Being a Nazi was a type of culture.
Yes, that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. I
Still
do
is.
think it's Argentina.
It
baby.
is.
Visit Argentina. You'll see, dude.
Yeah, well, I'm just
You'll
saying.
fucking see.
What's
Yeah.
with all these blonde, blue-eyed Argentinians?
Yeah. Why are they talking about their Nazi grandfathers at the bar?
Yeah. a bit
Why won't
weird.
they let
Wait a minute.
why
Tanner
won't
has
they let you
blonde
touch
hair
the
and
medals?
blue eyes.
No, So if Tanner went to the capital of Argentina,
He'd fit in.
Tanner would be able to hold the Nazi memorabilia, be able to talk to everyone
He'd
without
be what you would
Yeah.
call
in.
an imposter.
He'd be accepted.
Do you think democracy can work though for America? Like work as in of keep us a nation, keep us strong. Like you know how they say empires fall eventually.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, this is going straight to politics.
No, it's fine. I like this because I'm fine with this. I'm just
literally,
saying.
I
I know. So it's
always
like
in
what
my
you like to
brain.
talk about. I totally
Always.
understand.
I'm the opposite.
No.
I know.
No,
That's
but
what I'm
like-
saying. There's like I know I get annoyed.
I do
want
wanna answer.
It's not like that. It's not like it bothers me. When it's
Go
like
ahead.
I do. It's like I don't know. Whenever we do talk about politics, I do kind of get like invested and interested.
Yeah,
it's like
that's
I'm
the thing.
glad to
I
share
don't
my
want to take it
thoughts.
like to the point where it's super serious.
No, yeah.
I like bringing it up in a kind of funny
No,
way,
yeah,
which
yeah.
is why
Yeah.
I always
No, it's
bring
like-
things to race.
No, you're good. But I'm just saying, it's just with me. What I'm saying is that like me myself, I am not a very political person.
No, I get that.
In fact, it's like
annoying.
I'll admit it's like I will actually tend to avoid that kind of stuff because it's just
It's
like
I do
annoying, it's a
too,
lifestyle,
personally.
it's
Yeah.
kind of-
I don't mind talking about it,
Yeah.
but like I
just-
grew up in a family where it's like one side is very different from the other, and if it's brought up, it just causes arguments.
You guys
Yeah,
seem like
that's another thing.
you guys seem like fellow libertarians.
what
I don't know.
Well, it's
I
like,
don't
You
really
don't know
know
what
what I
libertarian
am.
is?
I wouldn't even like align myself with any sort of like liberal, conservative,
Then
fucking.
We talked
You're
about
a
this
libertarian.
before. There's
Then you're a
no
libertarian.
point.
What
the
There's
fuck
no
are you doing?
point. There's no point in aligning
Have you-
yourself with
okay,
anything
have you
because
voted
nobody.
yet?
No, actually, I have not voted. Well, because it's
what
like
a
both our
libertarian
options-
what a libertarian is if you ask anybody on the left or right what a libertarian is, and you'll get the same answer: is somebody that
And
is
then-
scared to vote,
Anarchies.
or somebody or anarchist, or somebody that is scared to like take an actual stand
Yeah.
on democracy. Somebody that actually doesn't agree with democracy, wishes something different was happening. The real progressive. Anyway, it's just the people questioning everything. It's not
Yeah.
like you're taking like you're liberal or you're conservative. It's more like you see both sides and
Yeah.
you're like
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
they're both fucked up.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it is. That is how I see it. But it's also just like in general, I just tend to avoid politics because
Yeah.
usually it's like a great way to ruin your mood.
Yeah.
Ruin your mood.
It's mostly like bad
ruin
news.
fucking friendships.
Yeah. It's just not really a good time. And plus, I prefer to just.
I love Hitler.
I prefer to just base my opinions, and I prefer to base my opinions and stuff just off of personal experiences, just living my life. I don't want to just watch the news or some sort of political channel that's like kind of telling me what I should think or
so
how I
what
should
I mean
feel.
by politics, sorry.
No, you're fine. I just wanted to say something, but go ahead.
I don't mean necessarily CNN or like Fox News. I mean like taking your own, like, I watch CNN, I watch Fox News, I watch comedians, I watch journalists, I watch
think
documentaries.
comedians are the best way to do
that's what I mean.
politics.
Is I'm literally trying to view politics on like
from every perspective.
every perspective.
That's the best way to do it.
Literally.
That's good.
I want an actual genuine opinion, like what I feel necessarily. And I feel more to the left, more because that's progressive now.
Kai
No, the right
Tanner
used to
doesn't
be.
like that your mic cord is touching your fucking thing again.
But what I'm trying to say is like I don't know.
What I wanted to say was
just
like
say
the
what you
reason
want,
I'm
Logan.
libertarian, and I think everybody else in this group could agree with me, is like there is never going to be a single politician that agrees with everything you agree with from your experiences in life.
Libertarians are actually for the people.
Well, yeah, I'm Vox Machina, not Vox Machina, Vox Popula,
Volkina.
Vox Populi.
Good show, by
Vox
the way.
Populist.
Check it out on Prime.
It's like I'm for the people, and the thing is like there is not a single politician out there that I fully agree with, and there never will be. And that's why I feel like
going on.
how I like to see it.
like
is,
the only reason I voted for Biden was just because I thought Trump was
Jeffrey
worse
Epstein,
than Biden.
dude.
no, man. It's because see that's the
CIA
thing. Is,
agents.
that's like the kind of the reason I didn't vote.
Osama bin
was
Laden.
because both options were
9/11.
shit. I don't care about like the lesser of two evils. Like no, they're both evil. I'm not gonna pick either one. Fuck
Literally.
off.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
Fucking, I love that
Literally.
I love that meme of the fucking like. A presidential election be like, will it be Baal or Bahamut for the next 4 years? Like, fucking, it's like, I'm not gonna fucking pick either one.
Yeah.
So until we get candidates where like
way-
one I think is like, oh yeah, I think this person will actually work. Then it's like, all right, I'll go vote for them.
America's belief is that we have a true democracy. A true democracy is what the Greek philosophers would talk about being like actually.
It's funny because Greece didn't even
Democracy.
have a
Yeah,
true democracy.
yeah, exactly. But it would be like honestly more what Canada
Back when they
is.
had city states, they had a real democracy.
Yeah. So it's
all
literally
I'm saying.
state-run government. It's not president-run government, prime minister. To be honest, Canada runs a truer democracy than us, even though they are completely trying to copy right left like we are, because that's just how it works with capitalism and everything. If you don't agree with America, then you're not going to be successful.
Another thing I see with the whole left and right as like a concept was that I've heard about where it's like I see it more as it's like us, I guess you could say like the poor, like against the politics, like the politicians,
The rich,
yeah, the
yeah.
rich, and it's like, well, but like the smartest move that the politicians made was to split us up into two sides, the left and the right, so that
For sure, yeah.
so that we can be
So we
distracted.
could fight each other instead
distracted
of
with
going
each other.
against
Exactly, yeah.
something else. That's why there's no third party, because it's just there'll never be a third party in America.
It'll
I
just be
genuinely do not think there will
both
ever.
sides at each
Okay,
other's
so,
throats while the politicians
by the way,
laugh and point.
I don't know if you pay attention to Canadian politics, but they run what they call a true democracy as well. Right now, not DeSantos. I was about to say DeSantos.
That's not Canadian democracy. That has
I
nothing
forgot.
to do.
I forgot their prime minister's name, but he's more on the right.
Trudeau.
Really?
He's more on the right. There are communist groups. There are socialist groups. There are libertarian groups that do run for presidency.
Do they have a better chance than in America?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is like there's actual groups that try, even though that they don't make it necessarily. There are communist groups that come up, or independent groups, or libertarian groups. We don't have that. we have a left and right.
Yeah.
It's
And
just blatant.
that's really bothers me. I would love, as much as it's going to catch me flack, I would love to see a communist group like just pop up.
what?
That's what I mean.
I can't be in here anymore.
Yeah, no, I'm not talking
Get the hell out of my
SSR,
country.
okay? I'm talking true communism,
yeah.
like people for the people.
I'm just saying.
or true libertarianism, like
I
a
would go for
libertarian
true
group.
libertarianism
But-
over communism because like I said
You
100
can't
times
make-
before, their communism doesn't fucking work with
Yeah,
humans.
you can't make money like that through America, though. Through
Yeah.
the democracy we have, you can't actually start a communist group or a libertarian
It
group.
doesn't work with our culture at all. No.
People are not going to go with you.
Yeah.
You're just third party.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the thing is like we do have third parties, but they never
Yes.
even get remotely
No,
close to
they don't.
anything.
They don't get it. They don't get a standing. They don't get an actual like title. They just get third party. You're the third party.
Yeah. They
You're
may say what
different.
kind of third party you are, but most of
Dude.
the time they fucking don't.
I wanted Bernie so bad.
Oh yeah.
Bernie so bad,
Bernie
dude.
was a
I would
candidate, I
have
would've
sucked
voted.
Bernie off.
I don't know if I would do that.
Bernie?
Because,
Okay.
No, he would die in office. He would be so. He's
But-
so close to dying.
But so
He's
so
alive,
would Biden. But so would Biden, and so would Trump. That's
Literally
Yeah, I
alive,
mean,
right?
the
just-
whole. To be fair,
It's
like,
all old,
why are we,
rich
why
white
are we
boomers,
elect?
baby.
Yeah, why are we electing like
Boomers.
old ancient fucking like corpses as
okay.
presidents?
So
when the
way it
limit
works in
is
our
35.
Yeah, you have to like. There's the way business works in America is like you have to have connections, and you have to be older for that. So like, Biden has been in office for 24 years now, 25, something like that. And that just means he's had connections, he's had influence and everything on like decisions and policies and everything like that. It's hard to literally like be 20 years old, and actually make a impact in politics necessarily.
Yeah.
Like I would love, but it's going to take like 10, 20 years. I would love to see a 20-year-old in office running for president, but that's not happening.
No, not anymore.
And that won't happen for fucking years.
Wasn't there a thing where like Kanye was trying to fucking?
No,
I
no,
think that
Kanye was third party last presidency.
He was? I thought it was a
he
joke.
was
I thought it
third-
was
no,
a-
Yeah,
no,
I
no.
thought-
He was
that's the
he's
thing.
third party.
Yeah, that's the thing. I thought it was a joke too at first, but then I realized like, oh,
No,
it's
Kanye has
real.
enough fucking money. What are you fucking talking about, dude?
Yeah, he's those yeah. But
Kanye
it's
has enough
another
money to
thing.
run for president.
It's another thing where it's rich against the poor.
Literally.
Not saying I hate
The
Kanye,
1%.
but like
No, yeah.
I don't hate Kanye either.
yeah, but it's
I don't
still
hate him,
the
but
rich
I-
1%.
I don't like his views right
to
now.
gain a standing in American politics, you need massive amounts of donations and contributions
Yes.
from fundraisers
And Trump's
or donors.
Trump's biggest argument was he never took money from donors. He never took money. He used his own money. He never took money from actually being the president, which is bull shit. You make millions, my guy.
Yeah.
You make
What is the
fucking-
presidential
Makes a
salary?
Millions.
small loan of $1 million.
Yeah, no, he took $1 apparently.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah,
What a
from the
greed.
salary of being the president.
For some reason, it never occurred to me that
He's
you
been
made
a billionaire
money as
since
a
the
president.
80s. He's been the billionaire since the 80s. He's just been kind of hidden about it,
Yeah.
avoiding his taxes.
So I kind of don't want to cut this off at the end with
fine.
politics. I
It's
wanted
fine.
to talk about something else. Like I enjoyed it. It was fun.
Talk about something else. Talk about
we
something
could
else.
Hop back to like D&D or something.
Yeah, talk about something else.
I,
Or did
I
you
was
have,
just
or, yeah. Did you have something else in mind?
no. I was just wanting to talk. You know,
Attack on Titan.
I just we can't.
That's for a
Titan.
separate episode.
Yeah, that's for a separate episode. I would love
I
to
got
talk about
something.
Attack on Titan, but we
Does
have
that
another.
fucking taxidermy cat have fake eyelashes?
Yes.
Oh my
okay,
God,
So
Should we remove
a
those?
certain someone.
Are you crying?
No,
What?
I
God,
believe
are you crying?
I believe Tanner is
Yeah.
genuinely.
Hey man,
I've been thinking about this all
catch
day.
that?
Tanner,
Let's not. Let's
Tanner,
not.
man.
Let's
Tanner,
not.
I've been thinking about
it
your
takes
face.
a real man to show us.
Hamburger.
I've been thinking about
You
your
hide
face.
your emotions very well.
About your
I'm
mood.
gonna say.
And the reason I want to apologize. I was being a dick earlier.
Yeah.
Whenever, yeah, I really was. But the reason why I did that was because I can tell you were just really hiding how you felt, and I didn't know how to like talk to you about it. We already talked about what you wanted to do, and it felt like you were fine with your decision. I wanted Tanner. I didn't know how to get in your brain without being a bully. And I'm sorry.
Damn.
If you won't let
Did
me
I
in.
say anything insensitive to you? I didn't mean to. If I did, I was just trying to be supportive. Okay.
No, I was definitely being a cock earlier. Like I was thinking about it while I was doing dish.
Not like Kai was.
Seriously, Kai.
Are
No,
y'all
seriously.
talking about
Tanner
like
was like
earlier today?
Tanner was like, "You're being a bitch, Kai. I'm gonna kick your ass."
I don't want to talk about this though right now.
No, yeah.
I don't want to talk about this right now.
Dude, fuck. I'm sorry.
It's just
Tanner.
like it's not for the public, you know.
Yeah.
It is for public.
No.
But
I am for USSR.
I
I am
was
for Russia.
What? I thought
I
we were
am a
talking about the fucking
Marxist.
cat. What happened to that thing?
that thing is just nasty. I need to get rid of that thing.
She looking kind of
honestly.
bad though.
That's what I'm saying.
I think you should
Kinda-
keep it now.
She looking kind
I
of
think-
feline.
I
if
don't
you know
like
what I'm
that
saying.
you are caressing the bobcat that my
Feline.
dead
Feline.
grandfather gave me.
Fine.
Take that fine thing home with me.
Excuse me, pretty miss, where you been all my life?
Okay, so to end this,
It's so
we're
fun to
gonna
do a
start a
fucking redneck
conversation.
accent.
We're gonna start a conversation,
What? Okay,
and
go
what
ahead.
this conversation is going to be about, Lance, is
Go ahead.
how was it for you, like individually, especially because I grew up really close to Willard. Mm-hmm. People have this really like, especially when you grow up in Willard, have this very unique view on Missouri in general. What I mean by that is I was homeschooled in a fucking square. So all of my friends were in Willard or in Morrisville, or Bolivar, or Morrisville, or Fairgrove. So I grew up in very rural areas.
Okay.
And how was it growing up for you? And what I mean is like I like comparing. It sounds shitty, but I like comparing my experience, like especially
no,
being black
I can-
and growing
I
up in
get it.
Fairgrove and Willard and Morrisville.
You want to see like
Yes.
any
You're not like
differences or
white.
similarities?
You're not.
Yeah, I'm not fucking right. I am not. Tanner notices.
I don't know. All
Wait, you're not white?
Fuck!
What the fuck?
Everyone here is partially white.
wait,
That is true. I am very white.
Kai, wait, you. What are you?
French Canadian. I'm French Canadian, Hawaiian, and African American, I guess.
So you're really a mutt.
It would've-
Yeah, no,
mutt
I'm
of
a
the
mutt.
mutts.
It would have been. It would've
Oh
been,
my god!
What?
No, Logan, that was the least offensive thing you could have said. I've been saying that since I was a kid.
What
I'm
happened?
a mutt, dude.
That
I'm
you're the
all over-
mutt of the mutts. Yeah, you
I'm
are.
like also partially Native American and German, Irish. Like I am all over the map, dude.
Yeah.
Mutt.
Fucking
I kind of
pick
want
one.
to do like one of those
Light
gene
skin.
tests and see exactly. I know I'm like a fourth
yeah.
Japanese, and then I'm like
21
whatever else.
is it
I
is
know.
it 21 and me or something
Yeah.
like that?
I know that I'm Hispanic, and it's like the. It's
Say something in Spanish.
Yeah.
No, it's like
Modest.
it's annoying. It's annoying telling people that I'm Hispanic because it's like like that. They
Mucho
they will
gracias.
unironically expect me to be speaking fluent Spanish, but like no man.
Frijoles
As much
You
as
grew
I
up in fucking Willard,
Yeah,
Missouri.
exactly. As much
Frijoles
as I'd love to know Spanish, it's like
Frijoles negros.
I grew up
papas
born and
fritas.
raised here in Willard, Missouri, so it's like I don't. And it's
Frying
like
las
my dad.
papas
My,
fritas.
my dad is he's the Spanish one because
Yeah.
he was born in El Salvador.
El Salvador.
So, but he did
Wait,
he
okay.
did
When did
went
he
to tr-
move? When did he move? Was it before Hurricane Sandy?
I don't remember.
You said your family was fairly wealthy, right? Like your
no.
no. I thought you said like your grandfather. Or something.
Lance is like,
Oh, no, hang on. It's
Hold
like,
on, fuck.
It wasn't like well, no. It was.
you're digging in.
I have to like try to
sorry.
remember.
I'm sorry. I didn't
no,
mean
it's
to
okay.
catch you off
No,
guard.
I just have to try and remember this correctly. It's
Fuck it.
don't
Let's
want
keep
to
going.
mess it up.
We can keep going.
Okay.
I can take you home late.
Fuck
I don't
it.
mind.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's-
it.
it's
I'll go
just-
with you.
Oh yeah, that would be.
Hell
Actually, I
yes.
was going to ask if you could because I want to have somebody to talk to.
I'll go with you.
It was
Lance, you.
What?
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
good.
Plus, I want to play Smash with Lance.
My dad grew up, in El Salvador, and his
How old? Adult age? Before it, or did your family move?
I think.
I'm not- I'm
he moved. No, it's just I'm trying to remember because it's like
Okay.
he would tell me like a couple times.
Yeah.
I would have to like ask him again or some shit. But it was like I think when he was around like a teenager, he
No, okay.
my Papa Mincho.
Yeah, that makes sense because
But Papa Mincho
Yeah,
being
that makes
my
sense.
grandfather,
Yeah.
and
Papamicho?
That's just what I call him. It would be, I think it would be like abuelito for like grandpa.
Abuelito.
But I think I just
Lance.
called him.
Stop speaking Spanish.
Papamicho.
That's too attractive.
We don't allow that language
It's
in
too
this
attractive
house.
when you start speaking your Latin
What's
language.
funny is that like I can't speak Spanish, but I can definitely read it pretty well. But then it's like I don't know what the fuck I'm saying when I'm reading it. But anyway, yeah, like what was it? It's like they came over here, you know,
Yeah.
and then they started, you know, they pretty much lived here because it was like, you know, obviously. What's
what
funny?
immigration used to be was just
No, yeah, that is
freedom,
what they did.
legitimate
They
freedom.
did immigrate. They did immigrate here, but then they went and got their citizenships.
Yeah.
You know, so like that was taken care of.
green card.
But sorry, I'm just still trying to
You're good.
memorize it. Well, the thing was that my dad growing up in El Salvador, it was that
Tanner.
like my Papa Mincho, El Salvador was having this whole like a civil war thing going
Yeah.
on.
No, they've been having a civil war for decades.
And my Papa Mincho was like this. He was this fucking.
Thanks to us, to be honest.
Well, I was just trying to say that
The
my Papa,
colonists.
Say thank you.
my Papa Mincho was like this. A general or something. Like he was a guy in command. Okay, I can't remember
Military?
right now. Yeah, like he was.
Like El Salvadorian military or
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like he, you know, because of that, he lived in a mansion, and he got to have like bodyguards and like maids. He would tell me stories about like this one bodyguard he had who had like one eye or something. It's like anime.
Goddamn.
Yeah, it's like anime motherfucker or some shit.
Sounds like a story, honestly.
He my dad told me about how the vice president of El Salvador came, and he came over, and then at one point the vice president showed my dad how to slide down spiral stairs. You know, it's like, so that was pretty cool, like shit like that.
I feel
I'm
like
just-
you need to do like a book about this. Like,
Yeah, I'm just trying to like, I don't know, be careful, because again, I'm trying to make sure I'm not like misremembering anything, like saying
Yeah.
like the wrong thing.
I said
feel
that
like,
in one of our episodes. Like I was rehearsing my grandma's story.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. It was all hearsay, you know. Like,
Yeah,
she
yeah.
never talked about it too much, but my family did. And
Yeah, that's kind of like how it was. Like my dad would tell me stories every now and then, you know, but I would have to like get like a full fucking thing. But that's basically what it was. And then yeah, he came here, and then I think what it was, he eventually met my mom in high school.
So
My
he went to high
mom-
school here?
Yes.
Where?
No, yeah, I think it was like Willard. Yeah,
Willard High School?
Yeah, like Willard.
Hell yeah, dude.
that's got to be a crazy change.
No, yeah,
So,
because,
by the
because
way-
there were teachers that would like come to me and be like, "Hey, like, is your dad named Carlos?" And I'll be like, "Yeah." And it's just like, "Yeah, I had
Carlos?
him." Yeah, like, and you know, my dad would know certain teachers that I had in high school. So it's like, yeah, I think he did go through. He did go in the schools that I went into, but
Yeah. That's pretty
obviously,
cool.
yeah.
Like for you, okay. For you personally, like how was growing up in literally rural Missouri? Willard is rural Missouri.
I just remember that, you know, growing up, it was more or less the same. It was fine. It was like, you know, we got to like live in the fucking in like houses and shit, and just go
Yeah.
to school and all that. And it's like we would move a couple times. What's funny is that like the house I live in right now was actually one of the first houses that I could remember that, you know, I was living in, and then we eventually moved to a different house. Then we moved again somewhere else, and then eventually we moved back into the house again
Yeah.
that I'm living in. So, and what's funny is that when we came back to the first house that I can remember, it was when we came back to it, it was all fucking covered, like the carpet was covered in like dog piss, and there was fucking like bite marks on the corner of counters and shit, because I guess the family that lived there before had a bunch of dogs just roaming around. There was just shit everywhere,
Damn.
so we had to clean that up. And
I've definitely lived in houses that were like treated like that before.
yeah,
Like my mom's house, one of the main ones we lived in before, like after we moved around a bunch, when she like finally solidified in Springfield, whenever I was with her for a bit, one of the houses we had, it was a decent house, but it was very old. And when we moved in, it was kind of trash. But one of the main things in that fucking house was like not inside, but the backyard was just full of glass because the people who previously lived there, from what my parents knew from what the landlord told them, was that they used to just like take their bottles of liquor and just throw them in their backyard. And like I remember we would cut ourselves on glass all the time. And like we moved in there, one of our chores was just to fucking pick up trash and glass in our backyard.
Big fear of mine. Not to change the subject.
No, you're good.
So you've seen me take probably 8 shots already.
No, I'm not really paying attention.
A big fear of mine is alcoholism in my family. And what I mean is like I fear myself reaching the point where like I know I have an addictive personality, if that makes sense. Like Tanner has pointed it out. I'm very addicted to weed per se. I can find myself feeling that way in certain moods or like certain areas I get or spaces I get in life.
Yeah.
Where I feel like alcohol is going to help me. Even where I'm at work and all I'm thinking about is I'm going to get home and I'm going to drink. I'm going to get drunk, dude. I'm going to get drunk because that's how I'm going to sleep. Do you fear that in your life? Like, does alcoholism like run, not rampant, but like, you know,
does your family have like a substance kind of like abuse kind of thing?
Or no.
My family does.
I guess
I
the
come
most,
from French bitches.
I guess the most is that like my father likes to smoke weed and my mother likes to drink every now and then.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. And then me myself, I fucking don't like drinking. I think the taste of alcohol is rancid. So it's and then it's like with weed,
lucky dude.
The thing with weed is that like I personally don't go out of my way to like smoke it and stuff.
Dude, you are fucking lucky.
I only smoke it whenever it's like given to me, obviously, because obviously weed's pretty nice.
Yeah.
But it's like that's it. Like I don't go to drugs or do anything like that. I don't vape for sure, especially hearing.
You don't care about it as much.
Don't.
It's because
do not.
Because, of course not. Because it's like I don't know. It might make me sound like an asshole.
No, you don't.
No, listen. Because listen. It's because it's like. I always see all these substances and all that shit because it always ties into it. Always like all that stuff. All that stuff is connected because it all ties into making said person feel better whenever they're like going through some traumatic shit or going through shit. But it's like I see all that stuff. I see alcohol and weed and nicotine, and I'm like, I don't need that. All I need to make me feel better is right fucking here in my brain. And then it's like, fucking dopamine. Fucking.
What would be your advice to somebody with an addictive personality? Because to be honest,
stop.
Hold on. Seriously.
Okay.
Because I do have one. I don't mean I'm not kidding when I say that Tanner literally.
No, yeah,
of course, he does it in his Tanner way. You know Tanner better than me, to be completely honest. Tanner literally. In his own way, I'm not going to say it because it's kind of racist. That I'm very addicted to weed. I can smoke an ounce in a week. I can smoke an ounce in a few days. To be completely honest, if I set myself to it, I'm a pothead. I love alcohol. I love tequila. I love fucking vodka. But like, in my daily life, I listen to podcasts that have a lot of people that face addictions like alcoholism and in my past, cocaine specifically. Like what to me, if I were asking you, like how do you like when it comes to like cravings and certain addictive things, like how do you
like impulses stuff?
Yeah, impulses.
Yeah.
Like how do you give me a second.
Yeah, Kai's mic is up again.
How do you overcome that per se? Because I have a very hard time doing that.
Yeah. It's definitely not just an easy thing where you just like stop a couple days and you're like, oh, I'll better.
Well,
like, no.
to be honest,
it is just a thing. It's like a thing where it's gonna be like tough. You can't just go like dry turkey the next day, right? You can't
I have done that with one substance.
Really
Cocaine.
like
Cocaine.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I told myself that there was no way I'm getting off this. Just like slowly weeding myself. I had to stop.
No, yeah.
I had to stop.
I was just gonna say, like, that just made me think about how, like, sometimes a good way to, I guess, stop or like get over something like that is some kind of good like wake up call.
Well, okay, no, I don't mean stop necessarily. I mean like,
Or
how
like
do you like carry the mindset of not doing that?
So wait, what do you mean?
So like, you don't have the desire to drink, you don't have the desire to smoke necessarily, snort anything. I do. I do have the desire. How do you go through your daily life without thinking about that stuff? Like
without,
what I mean is like, it's almost against my will. It's almost like I don't want to do these things, but I think about cocaine all the time. I do. But I think about weed all the time. I do. I think about drinking all the time. I do. Especially when in stressful moments. And I don't want to necessarily blame it on my family, but I mean,
well, it's like a heretical. What is the word? I can't.
Hereditary.
Yes,
That's what I
hereditary.
mean. It's
thing.
like, how do you personally, Lance, like whenever you face like somebody smoking weed in front of you? I would smoke weed, but you would be able to say no.
Yeah, I was just about to say, there's another thing is that I just said that, I'll only smoke weed when it's like passed around.
Yeah.
Even at those times, I'll sometimes, they'll hold it up and I'll be like, no, I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah. How do you fucking say that?
I don't know. I don't know.
No. What I'm saying is like, there's something inside of you that goes, nah.
Can I say something? Can I say something real quick? I have two things to say.
Can.
One, when I said that I have a family history of substance abuse, it's not my immediate family. It's my
Japanese.
Well, it's not just that. It's just like my parents have told me like, don't smoke cigarettes. You get addicted to it really quickly. Look what happened. I smoke one
Logan
cigarette.
Can't stop smoking fucking cigarettes.
Yeah, but no, it's not just that. It's like alcohol too. My parents warned me about that because we have past family members who have had issues with that, like not all my grandparents, but other grandparents, But the other thing I wanted to say is I don't think Lance has dealt with any form of heavy addiction like that. Am I saying that correctly? Like you haven't dealt with something like that?
No.
I'm just saying, like, I think it's easier for somebody who hasn't dealt with something like that.
To defend Lance,
I'm not attacking
I think Lance
him.
has always held the mindset of, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be that person.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Is like,
because
there are certain people that have grown up in families that have alcoholism or have like addictions to certain things or certain substances.
Yeah.
That go, I'll never do that because they've seen it, like in their dad or their mom or aunt, uncle,
anyone
per se.
Yeah. That's
Me personally has looked at that uncle or aunt or mom and dad and gone, I want to do that one day. I want to drink 15 bottles of wine in a week to the point where it's fucking flooding our cabinets because we want to display that.
Yeah.
I want to display my alcohol. Do you understand that? Do you understand what it's like to crave cocaine? To stay up for hours because you're like, dude, I want to boost.
Okay, well, let me speak before you cut me off. Yes, I do.
Fuck that guy, dude.
It's not.
Fuck Logan, dude.
But it wasn't. It wasn't
racist piece of shit, dude.
It wasn't with family though. It was with like when I lived in my hood days.
Shut up.
God damn.
Up. Okay, hold on.
Kidding.
Shut the fuck up.
Come on.
You understand the north side is the hood of Springfield.
It is.
You understand.
It is.
Like
So when you say hood,
Oh my
the reason
God.
why I make fun of you is because it's not like fucking
it's not like Detroit
Ferguson.
hood.
It's
I
not
know.
Ferguson.
I'm saying for Missouri, it was the hood.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it was,
that's what
and
I
you
mean.
agree with me. And I know
Yeah.
you're not trying to like piss me off or anything. I know you're just joking, but the thing is like you
Ferguson.
gotta let me finish what I was saying.
Just go ahead.
The thing is, Kai will cut me off. They will.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will.
I'm not chaotic.
You can listen to any of our podcasts, and they
I
cut
am
me off
not
immediately.
chaotic.
They're doing it right now. See, just turn your mic off. Just turn your mic off for a second while I say this. So, I had a friend who was addicted to meth. And when I saw
I've done
them
meth
smoke
before.
it, I have not. But when I saw them smoke it, which I was present at one time,
You're a
and
piece of shit,
my
man.
mom's gonna call me after listening to this, be like, "Who the fuck was?" But the thing is like, okay, Kai, come on,
Just talk over him. Just keep going.
I know. It's just like the thing is that I saw that and I saw the highs that they would get, and I'm like, that does look good. That looks like they're enjoying themselves, and that might be wrong to do.
No. Sorry, I didn't mean to make that face. I just kind of like squinted my eyes, but it was more of like out of like interest. Like,
Yeah.
huh,
No. Well,
like-
the thing is like seeing somebody do it and seeing the relief they get sounds like a good feeling. But then, like, I think after I never did it, like, obviously, if I did meth, I'd probably be in a completely different place than I am. But I looked at it and I watched it happen, and I was like, that looks really good. I wonder what that's like. Not that I'd ever do it, because I thought to myself, I shouldn't fucking do something like that because it would fuck me up. But like, it's just like what Kai was saying is like, I do understand that to an extent, maybe not as powerfully, but I've seen people do shit like that, and I would understand the want to do it just because, oh, maybe it'll make me feel better than I already feel. You know, maybe I'll feel like. Maybe I'll feel not cleaner, but like healthier.
What is your opinion on?
Sorry, I was just gonna like keep
Continue.
going. Just about how it's like with me. Keep in mind there are also other factors that kind of prevent me from, taking in like alcohol or drugs. Like I said before, with alcohol, like it just tastes fucking bad. So like even if I.
No, I'm not making fun of you.
Put your mic up to your mouth.
I'm not making fun of you
No, yeah,
by
I'm
that
not
or
saying-
anything,
I'm
or
not saying
like discounting you or anything.
No, yeah,
it's just
I'm
more
not-
like
I'm not taking it like that.
it's more like people I've noticed that have this like will to like not be like anything like their family, which truly I've thought about that myself, but if I reflect on my life, I look a lot like my family. I look a lot like everybody, my aunts, my uncles, my dad, my mom. Like I look a lot like them, and the reason why I asked that question is because I want to know, like how do you have that will? How do you have that drive to just not smoke weed when it's there, or not drink when it's there?
Oh God, your mic.
Yeah, I know.
It's not your fault. I'm just
No,
I
yeah,
feel
yeah.
bad that you have that fucking mic
It's
right
just
now.
I just want to know what it's.
To have the will to not do said thing.
I do not know what it's like to have the will to just stop, except for cocaine, to be completely honest. But cocaine is different unless you understand what that's like.
I don't know.
I feel
what
like
to say.
the only way to understand that feeling is to experience it.
Caffeine.
Okay, I have a problem with that, but
Yeah,
we won't
okay.
get into that right now.
Caffeine addiction to cocaine addiction is pretty much the same.
Oh God.
I don't
Pretty
I don't-
much
like,
just
the best thing I could possibly say to that is that it all just seems to kind of boil down to like just your mindset.
yeah.
I don't know, like looking back on myself in the past, a lot of things I do involve like
You're so excited
Dude,
for a
we're
long
going
episode.
2 hours, dude. We're going 2 fucking hours. Let's go.
what is it? Because it's like when I was super young, like elementary school type shit. It was
Yes.
like I look back and I remember just all I see is myself being this like violent, like evil fucking little shithead for no reason.
Why do you think you were evil, though?
Because well, I mean, evil obviously
Like
is,
angry or like...
like a little bit of both, but evil is an exaggeration because like an example I was gonna say, no, it was literally like just I just did like I would just do like weird fucked up like psychological shit for no fucking reason. Like I would just get a kick out of it because one of the things I'll never forget that I did that like I regret doing that like I acknowledge is fucked up is like I was on a bus, a school bus, and we were like going either getting dropped off home or getting dropped off to the school or something. Either way, there was this kid sitting across from me in the aisle. He was this little white boy with like blonde hair.
What
And,
boy with blonde hair?
Oh no.
Tanner La Doucière.
No, it was
I
just
said your last name. Holy shit.
I think I remember he had like a red
What am I
shirt or
doing?
something. But anyway, no, it was not Tanner. It was just some random fucking boy. This random kid. I don't know why, but I just saw him and I was just like I don't know. I just saw him as like a fucking victim for me or some shit. And I just remember what I did was I looked at him. I've never interacted with this kid before, right? I didn't have a reason to do what I did. I didn't hate him or anything. I just was just like fuck it, why not? And I just fucking looked at him and I was just like, hey, and it's like I convinced him to like flip me off, like, give me the middle finger, and I told him this means we're friends. I said this means we're friends, and then like
That is kind of fucking evil.
yeah, and then
How
and
old
then
are you?
I was like, again, I was in like elementary, so I think I was
Okay,
like,
well then,
I was like,
understandable.
Yeah, like I was like 7.
Completely
This was yesterday.
This was a couple weeks ago.
But no, I was like a little kid. But still, even for child standards, it
Yeah.
was like it was so strange, such strange fucking behavior. And it's like I convinced him to flip me off, and I told him that it meant we're friends. And I'm like, dude, this it means we're friends. Hang on, it means we're friends, right? Then he would be like, he was like, okay, and he flipped me off. He gave me the finger,
Dude.
and then when he flipped me off, I rose my hand and I told on him and the bus driver, and I
Dude,
got him in
stop.
trouble. And it was like that was it. Like I just got a random
So-
kid in trouble for no reason, you know. And it's like, I don't know. It's see when I'm talking about this and I'm looking back, I can't see when I changed. I can't find a spot in my past
Logan.
memory where I just changed. I don't know.
Maybe
No. Okay,
Jesus
I'm not
Christ.
asking you when you changed.
No,
I'm-
yeah, no.
I'm
I
asking
know.
you how
That was just a
just
observation I just
you
made.
being because you look different than a lot of people in Willard.
Hold on. Before you continue, do you want to just turn your mic off and we share? Because it's cutting off very bad. I don't want what you're saying to be missed. Yeah, I'm literally offering.
Fucking use Tanner's mic right here, bro.
Oh, yeah, Tanner's
Man,
not talking.
What the fuck, Tanner? You been sitting on
the
my what the fuck, man?
Dude!
Get the fuck out, man!
Good God!
I'll beat the shit out of you, motherfucker!
God!
Kill him.
Oh yeah, don't give the black person the microphone.
I feel like I'd be awesome in the apocalypse. I feel like
I have the black microphone now.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to say that.
Okay.
Anyway,
So
Your mic is wrapped up in your cord, by the way. So I'm gonna be completely honest. Is it on?
yeah, is it on? I can only hear your echo. Or like, no, I'm saying your mic.
Yes.
Yeah, I can hear your echo. Actually, I can hear all of our echoes really weirdly.
Yeah.
Do you hear that now?
Okay.
Yeah.
Turn off your mics.
Hang on, folks. We're having some technical difficulties.
I can hear mine better now. Okay. That should be good.
That sounds good. Yeah, that sounds good to me. I like that. All right, that's
Tanner,
okay.
those have to
There
be
we
in the
go.
water.
Okay.
That's fine.
So
Anyways, I was just trying to say that it's like basically, I guess I just learned from my actions and their consequences because that
Your
is what would happen.
actions have
So
consequences.
you felt like a lot when you were growing up. You were your own individual person. If that makes
Yeah,
sense.
and it's like I would learn from myself, and I would, to an extent, teach myself certain things. It's like I would. I guess you could say that there are times where when I'm alone in my room,
Yeah.
I would just sort of meditate on like. And I don't know. It's like I kind of don't like using the word meditate because it gives people the idea. It gives people the idea of like, like some fucking hippie shit. You know, it is literally just like sitting there and just like thinking like.
No, it's
just
thinking about
reflecting.
your day.
Yeah, and like reflecting on what
your
you-
future.
Yeah,
It's
who you
something
are.
everybody
Yeah,
should really
it's
do.
meditation.
yeah, and yeah. Also, you can call me fucking crazy or weird, but it's like
You're crazy, Lance.
I mean, whenever I mean, like whenever I'm upset about something or I've gone through some shit, I will, when I'm alone in my room, I'll just talk to myself out loud. I'll say what I'm thinking out loud, and I'll reflect, verbally. It's kind of no different than just when you're having your internal thoughts, but you're just audibly saying them, and you're just talking to yourself. Just kind of having a conversation with yourself, kind of answering your own questions.
I think that's a good thing.
Yeah,
honestly.
no, it really is. That, like, to be honest, the most of you guys know my like history and like me growing up and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it's like I feel like based on that, I feel like I should be a lot more fucked up, but I'm not. It's like sometimes I'll surprise or like impress myself with my reactions
Guy,
or my
come sit down.
behaviors. I don't know.
Damn.
Damn it, I miss that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Kai, can we listen?
God, no! Stop saying that fucking word!
Stop. No.
You're not black!
No. I want you to. He's saying something really interesting, and
Continue,
you need to
continue.
focus.
I'm sorry. I took a piss in the sink, okay?
It's all good. It's all good. See, that's another thing. Shut up. That's another thing is
It's
that
all
like
good, brother.
I've learned. I guess I've also learned and sort of taught myself to just have a lot of like tolerance and patience for things, because like right now I know a lot of people. No,
There's a lot of people like that.
No, yeah, I was gonna say there are a lot of people who would probably snap at you right now and fucking probably like get all like hostile and aggravated. But my God, like Tanner said one time in a podcast, was that like you can't really make me mad,
That's good though.
Yeah,
That's like you got thick skin.
Yeah, I guess that's what it is too. Is that back when I was a child, I would get mad and I would get angry and violent very quickly. I remember I would get into a lot of like physical fights as a kid. But to be fair, some of it was just out of pure like anger and spite and just like
Trying to prove yourself.
But then others in other cases, like what my mom told me, my mom's told me about how like there are times where I would get violent because I was trying to like protect someone who was getting bullied. Like I would try to like be like, leave him alone, that kind of shit. So it's just like, I don't know. Again, it's just like, I know this isn't like a thing you guys asked me, but like talking about this, I keep trying to just like look back in my memory and like scan and just like try to find like how and when exactly did I like just change into who I am right now. It's like it really feels like I just I don't know became it just feels like I just changed like
you went into character creation and chose different characteristics. Yeah.
So man, this build sucks.
So it's been an hour and 51 minutes.
Well, I think we should. I honestly,
it's up to you.
Well, yeah,
I don't work until the evening tomorrow.
Well,
so
I'm
I
probably
don't
going to
give
get
a
this
fuck.
episode out tonight. Honestly, I'm really happy about this one, and it sounded pretty good so far. So I don't think I'm going to have to really cut anything.
Yeah,
But
I love how. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahaled.
Okay. I love
ahead.
my white friends. I do. Seriously.
Lance isn't white though.
I'm like half white.
I grew up in Morrisville, Fair Grove type of situation. Like a lot of my friends were in Morrisville or in Fair Grove. Grew up around a lot of white people. Expected a lot of white things, if that makes sense.
No.
I was very different, even though I wasn't, if that makes sense. My dad, being the black guy, is very educated. So is my mom. So it's not like I grew up in a different situation, just more that my skin color was different. Yeah. And I recognize that.
Yeah.
Growing up, being in high school, it was kind of weird. Being homeschooled especially, I was a square. So it was kind of like I didn't experience things at the same time that everybody did.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It was just more like, in the homeschool way, if that makes sense. And everybody else in my homeschool football team, track team, everything like that, like I had social abilities in, was white. So like the reason why I ask those questions is because I've always had this like crave to like understand.
Yeah.
I am not white in Missouri, which is like the thing you should be. Necessarily. You should be white in Missouri. Okay? Come on. Midwest. Bible Belt, baby. It's best if you're white.
White Christians.
I'm not. And I love white people. I do. I love white women. I love white men. I love white fucking dude.
You're getting really
dude, I just want
I don't know. I just want to like understand.
Yes.
You just want to understand.
Truly, I just want to understand.
That's what I wanted from talking to you, Kai. Is like you had a completely different experience from me. Well, in some circumstances.
Yeah.
And I wanted to understand what it's like to be black because I feel like everybody should want that, to understand what it's like to be a different kind of person. Black. Well, yeah, and it's not just that.
Picking cotton
for
like 50 years.
No, it's more like I wanted.
That's all I know.
It's more like I wanted to understand what it's like to be black, and then also like you're not straight. And I want to understand what that's like. I'm not trying.
Hell no.
I know,
fucking straight.
I know I'm fucking straight, but like I want to be able to understand.
You're fucking straight.
Yes, I am straight, but I
fucking asshole.
No, but I want to understand my friends better. That's why like I love talking to Laura because they're trans, and I want to understand that 100%.
I am trans, non-binary. What that means to me is, in my own personal view, I just don't view myself as male nor female necessarily. Especially the area we live in, I don't view myself as the societal male or the societal female, if that makes sense. I don't even think I can conform to that. Like personally, like I can actually conform to that for years. Like actually mold myself after that.
Le biblical angel.
Yeah, well, I've gone through. So I thought I was bisexual at first. Then I was like, oh, I'm trans. I'm a woman. I love feeling female, but then I realized that I don't all the time. I actually like feeling masculine sometimes as well.
When you're lifting with Tanner,
that I don't have to conform to that at all.
You don't. That's the thing. Is you
like
I can
feel male sometimes. I can feel a female sometimes. Like for example, if you were to open that top drawer, I guarantee there's things that I own.
Don't do it.
You don't own.
You will probably
I
never
stick
own.
shit in my ass, Lance. Okay,
and shit comes out of my ass.
fucking come because shit's in my ass. Okay, that's what I fucking mean.
Okay,
dude.
You
know what?
I'm just saying. I'm saying I want to wrap this up, but I enjoy this conversation.
Don't wrap it up.
Well, I gotta take
all good things must come to an end.
Of course it is.
I know, but like we don't have to stop here with the episodes. That's the thing. We can always talk about this shit, and I love
it has
about
to be
this.
right now.
No, it doesn't. It has to be whenever we want. But right now, like one thing is that some of us have to be able to sleep tonight.
True.
And
I go to work in the morning.
Yeah, and I love talking about this, and I'm not trying to make it sound like I don't care, but I want to wrap this up because one, this is a 2-hour episode. I have to fucking port.
Everybody, it is.
I'm still just.
It has almost been 2 hours.
I'm still
to be honest,
trying to. Sorry, I'm still just thinking about how it's.
Go ahead.
How is it that
I
became?
Actually, I need to ask this question. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Kai's kind of buzzed right now.
How do you view somebody that views himself not on the binary necessarily? So like not female, not male. How do you view me? I'm black. I'm non-conforming. I don't like.
I'm gonna kill you out of fear and anger. So.
Okay. You're different. That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know.
I know. Honestly, it's like I don't care, man. Like, yeah, when I said you do you, because you are you. You're not me.
You
Why
guys
the fuck-
break my fucking mind. You guys break my mind.
Yeah,
When
I
it comes
don't
to
fucking-
straight friends, people that love pussy, I love pussy. Trust me. Trust me. I love pussy
Yeah.
just as much as I love dick. Trust.
That's
me.
good to know.
Trust me.
No, it's
I
like-
love sucking a good dick, dude. Trust me. Trust me.
Okay.
But I just
like butt.
I don't feel like people get me. I don't feel like people like licking pussy and sucking dick at the same time, if you know what I'm saying.
That sounds like
It
really hard
really-
to do at the same
it
time.
really
though.
goes-
At
so
the
the whole-
same time, what are you talking about,
To
dude?
each
I
their
love
own.
pleasing.
It just boils down. It boils down to each their own. That everybody's got their own shit. You know.
True.
With me, it only becomes a problem when.
How old are you?
When you force. When you
How
try to
old
force-
are you?
Stop. Hold on. Let
One
Lance
question
say
at a
what he's saying.
I was gonna say.
Sit the fuck down and let
It
Lance
only
what he's
becomes
saying.
an issue when you try to like push that shit or like force that shit onto me. Like an example could be
True,
like
true.
with a religion where it's just like, you know, my religion tells me that, you know, I can
What
do
religion are you?
this. I'm none. I
Atheist?
I
No, there has to be a standing. We live in America,
Yeah.
so.
I was gonna say
You gotta let him finish what he's fucking saying. Though.
Okay, I'm sorry, Lance.
I was just gonna say it's it's not really. I don't know. It's
You're
like,
just using religion as an example
yeah,
right
well,
now.
yeah, I was using religion just saying about it's like, you know, oh, my religion tells me that I can do this or whatever, or I can't do this, and it's just like, all right, you know, yeah, like you do you, like to each their own, all
Of
that
course.
shit. But then it's when they go like, my religion says that you can't do that, and that you can. Then it's just like, all right, go fuck off, dude. Like, no, you can't have your beliefs try to tell me what the fuck to do. That's not how that works. It's-
Polytheistic.
I was gonna say that I was. What's funny is that growing up, I was Christian,
Yeah.
but then eventually
Same.
I became like I grew to be like an atheist, and then now
Hmm.
it's just like it's like
gives a shit?
it's that, but it's also like sometimes I'll
okay.
bounce back from like atheist to like
Yeah.
sort of agnostic, if that's the word, where it's like you don't necessarily believe in the religion, but you just basically
Hold on.
you believe that like something happened.
There's a
Before you
there's
believe-
a higher
like, no-
power.
no-
Before you say
knows.
agnostic believes in one higher power, if that makes sense. It doesn't necessarily have to be a god, said spirit.
Yeah, that's what he
whatever.
was saying.
It's just one higher power.
Yeah.
Well then, I don't know, because with that definition,
Polytheistic, which is what I believe I am,
Yeah.
is the belief that all religions are kind of interconnected and the same.
Yeah.
It's reaching towards a higher power. It's not necessarily Jesus, God, or Islam.
Which
You know what?
okay, but we gotta wrap this up. I don't want to be a dick, like I
hours?
said, but like I enjoy talking.
Dude.
2 fucking hours of me
You
editing.
hate me.
I don't hate
You
you.
hate me. You hate that I'm black and
No, I
drunk.
never said
You hate that I'm black and drunk and non-binary. You hate it.
But I don't give a shit. I just went on a tangent on why I don't care.
Everybody
Can we
go,
smoke a cigarette?
Everybody reverse.
We can smoke a cigarette when we're done. Okay.
Everybody rewind
Okay.
and clip everything
Can I
that
end
Logan
it?
said.
Can I end it?
Yes.
And- okay.
Kai, why don't you say thank you to the people that
this
were
has been
here?
the What the Fuck Happened podcast. I am very proud of this.
I am proud of this too.
I
These are
want
fun.
everybody to know
I
that
love
is
doing
listening
these.
to this that is mostly our friends.
Yeah.
Like seriously, this is something that I've wanted forever.
Yeah, I've always been interested in this kind of stuff.
yeah.
Dude, this has been the What the Fuck Happened podcast. If you need, please support us in any way you can.
Honestly, just
Love
listening to
us.
this is just
literally
all we
just
need. Yeah.
listen to it. Lance
I love-
Lance is the best guest we have it on.
Thanks.
Fuck you, Tanner. Fuck you.
Say something. All right.
All right.
So Lance and Tanner
Now
join us
Tanner's the best.
for the
I love,
fourth, fifth
yeah.
podcast.
Beat me by a mile.
Logan is the main host. As
I'm
much
not
as he
the
does.
main
Shut
host.
up.
I'm
You
not
are
the
the
main-
main host. You edit. You do the things. I just talk. To be completely
But that's
all
why I
talk.
love talking with you. That's why I want you to be the host too. We are both hosts.
I love you, Logan.
I love you too,
I
Kai.
love you.
I love you too,
I love
Kai.
you, Lance.
I love you too, man.
I love you, Tanar. Shake my hand.
didn't catch it.
Okay.
Didn't catch it.
All right, everybody. This has been the What the Fuck Happened podcast. Please like and subscribe. As much as that sounds cliche and
All right, guys,
stupid.
don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that
Smash the like button.
Make sure to hit that bell
Hit the
notification.
subscribe button,
Oh shit! I forgot to tell you before we
What's up?
cut it off.
What's up?
Our subscriber count on our YouTube thing went to 3 instead of 1.
Yes, dude, let's go. All right, Lance.
Making it big.
If you were to die in the next 5 minutes, what would you say?
Fuck them bitches.
What would be the last thing you say?
I'll come back.
Okay, this is.
And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again.
It's been a long day without you, my friend. So I'll tell you all
Okay,
about
thank you
it
for listening to the
when I
podcast.
see
We love you guys.
again.